And we're live.
Welcome back to another session of the Gilded Dice, where these fine adventurers play through the Storm King's thunder and try to save the land of Faerun from certain demise, giant demise. So, last session, you guys continued on your journey to collect artifacts hidden amongst the Uthgard Barbarian burial mounds. You left the Shining Whites, where battled with griffins, hungry, vicious griffins that cursed those who killed them. And during that battle, you lost a couple of your crewmates. The stalwart Oriscus, who was trained to be a warrior at the head of Rogadar, torn apart, died too early.
He was almost there.
He was
another
close,
week or two.
If only he had a week or two. If only you started earlier with your training, Rogadar, he may have survived that fight. And along with him died Brassic, the strongman of the group, pulled right off of the ballistic missile gun emplacement on the back of the ship. From there, you guys had a little funeral, a little ceremony for the dead. As you continued your way to Flint Rock. Somewhere along the lines, Cortion threw some of Zaya's stuff overboard, which only helped the poor citizens of Morbin Shield get through another cold winter.
Why is that the thing to bring up? 'Cause I thought it was just getting over it.
Oh,
I mean, it just happened.
I gotta spark new flames. Speaking of flames, as you guys approach Flint Rock, sun was setting. It's not quite dark yet, but the sun is beginning to set, allowing you to see in the distance the vicinity of Flint Rock. Bonfires, raging fires, contained fires, kind of appearing around the area, dotting the landscape. There seems to be something happening at Flint Rock, and that is where we left off. Board the airship Grim.
Well, Delphine, what do you know about Flint Rock? Does it usually have people on it?
Also, can I just remember, was there fire there as well?
Yeah, there was raging bonfires.
Bonfire. Okay, not just fire.
Yeah, it's like they're contained fires, like bonfires raging. They're not like spreading wildfire.
I was picturing something.
Delphine turns to you, Lucius, and says, I've never been on this side of over these hilltops. To be honest, I'm not too sure what is up ahead. But we'll man the guns and cover you from the air if required. For the glory of Cloth.
Well, very well. Let's make a cautious approach and get a better view of what's going on.
Alright, she points to the crew, and they begin to make a kind of a slow approach from the air towards Flint.
Is there living creatures around?
Yeah, make some perception checks.
I do perception check.
Perfect.
And I roll what?
A natural
a natural 20. What do I say?
So Zaya, you climb up on top of the ballistic missile harpoon gun just to get a good look. Zalthia is looking at you, she sniffs you a little bit and says, "You don't smell like horse meat." You see her salivating.
Well, that's good news.
You look out off the front of the ship, the bow of the ship, towards Flint Rock. As you guys are slowly making your approach, these bonfires do seem to be contained fires. There seems to be quite a large number of people surrounding each of these fires, like there's some sort of commotion going on down below. From your perspective, Zaya, it doesn't look like anything. It doesn't look to be hostile activity, more like festive activity. With your natural 20 perception, that's not the right one. Don't look. You guys make an approach towards Flint Rock. From above Zaya, you look down. You see Uthgard Barbarians are just surrounding the mount itself. There are multiple locations of bonfires where they kind of dance around and essentially party around. In the center, again, you see an altar that's centered, placed in the middle of what appears to be the shape of an elk.
Oh.
And again, the burial mounds, the cairns, line the outskirts of this location, much like the other places that you have been.
Do they look like they're?
I don't
humans?
suppose that these are going to take kindly to our presence here.
Do you
Maybe
know
we could
which
join the
creature
party.
they are?
Sorry?
Do we know which type of creatures they are?
They're humans. They look like to be the Uthgar barbarians of this tribe. Of whatever tribe belongs to the elk. They,
Not giants.
no, they're. You see a lot of them are riding elk.
Oh.
There are large herd of elk that are moving about the location. They're obviously more than what you see on the screen. I just don't want to put too many. But the elk move in and amongst the barbarians themselves. Some are riding them.
They look like barbarians though.
Definitely like
Not the class, but just the barbaric people.
they look like to be Uthgar barbarians that you've encountered before.
Oh, okay. I see what you mean.
This is the tribe of this type.
Right. Okay. All right.
So you guys approach from the north.
Does it seem that there is a leader?
It's hard to tell from this distance. I mean, there is a large fire near the altar,
Okay.
but again, barbarians and elk kind of reside all around the altar, just in a giant celebratory scene.
All right. I mean, who knows if they're festivitating? I mean, maybe that they will be happy that we want to join in. Except we don't speak the language. That's true.
Right.
What language do they speak?
Well, I'm guessing barbaric like last time. We couldn't discuss with them.
Barbaric is the language.
Well, I don't. Well, last time we encountered them, we didn't know their language.
I can at least understand what they're saying due to the staff of charming,
Right.
for however far that gets us.
That's already halfway. And we can use like illusions and drawings like we did last time to communicate. Like we can make like happy faces, and we can use the cornucopia again, and we can use my sign or something. How far that will get us?
Let's also not forget we might be digging up their altar,
I
like we
mean,
have
they-
done with everything else.
That's
Well,
okay,
this is the
'cause-
thing.
Oh, what about if we wait until they go to sleep or they pass out after the festivities?
What time is it right now?
It's the sun setting. The sky is glowing orange as the sun begins to set. So
I'm down with just waiting until it's dark as well.
So these guys are festivitating.
yeah,
There's
there's easily from what you
Wouldn't,
count,
uh,
quick
Wouldn't it
counts.
seem more of a threat if we were to approach them in darkness?
What if they don't
I think
sleep?
the hope is that they go to sleep, not that we approach.
Well, they're
Well, they're awake.
festivitating. That's gonna last all night.
It's okay. We
Yeah.
can wait. We don't. What's the rush? I mean, what are you running from, Wolverine?
You know what I'm running from.
I mean, how about you tell us about who you're running from while we wait?
Well, I'm not running anymore. I was running from the
Because-
mountain crashers, but now they're gonna be running from me.
I mean, that's a little strong of you to believe that. What will make them run away from you? Because it's certainly not us.
Well, I'm gonna kill every single one of them now.
Okay, that sounds like a solid plan, Wolverine.
All right. So as the sun begins to set, Zaya, with your natural 20 perception, and you make a quick count. There's easily about 100 to almost 200 tribe members.
Guys,
Just
there's
encapsulating the area.
200 of these.
Oh, we can take
From
them.
what
Let's
you,
go.
What you can see from between the
No, no, no.
tents,
We need a plan before we get out of this shit.
like it's a
Okay.
giant encampment.
But I'm also thinking I can go invisible with someone.
I think Lucius can just Eldritch Blast every single one.
Stop,
so
we're not
Lucius-
doing that. Yo, I'm not gonna kill 200 innocent people that are festing.
Festing.
Thing?
Festering.
Festivitating?
Getting closer.
Something. Doing actioning in party.
Celebrating?
Celebrating.
Is that the one you're looking for?
Yes. Celebrating. I am not. I'm against this plan.
Yeah, that's Plan Z.
But hey,
what,
invisibility, I can take 2 people with me.
did you guys say? Did you see what the head figure looks like?
No.
In red
From
right
this
there?
distance,
You
it's,
can't tell. Right?
you have dark vision, right, Saya?
No.
So with her, it's hard for her to see.
How about we?
Are these?
I can at least go scope the area invisibly.
Why don't we just approach in our airship and see how they react, first of all? It might give
Why-
us a good hint as to how we should proceed.
Have we seen this specific type of barbarian before? Was it the ones that attacked us on the mountain one time, or was it the ones that were in the giant?
Yeah,
I have
make
the Allfather.
a perception check.
Ooh, I get first roll. I haven't even opened my character sheet yet. There we go.
How high are we at the moment?
Delphine's holding you guys back about like 200 feet in the air, some distance back.
17.
17? Okay. Yeah, you peer over it as well. You have dark vision, so it's a little easier for you to spot kind of the characteristics. They don't. They are not. You recall the ones that you fought on the mountains. Had a lot of blue paint. It had a lot of. It had bears with them that were covered in blue paint. Not similar to these guys. The Grey Worm tribe that you fought in the Eye of the Allfather were, situated with the Grey Worm tribe that you had visited first. These don't seem to be part of that tribe. Each of these tribes are separate entities of different, based around different animals, creatures. Not the 2 that you're thinking about.
I wonder how many different
Or-
tribes of barbarians there are.
I
Look,
can.
You've seen the ravens, you've seen griffins, wolves, Grey Worm, and turtles. You've even counted the bear. These ones just from here appear to be of the elk.
Let's take their elks hostage.
I, for one, am with Lucius on the approach and see what happens.
Do we have like a white flag or something? Or a I come in peace kind of thing we could hang from the...
I'm not sure that these people would even understand the symbolism.
I can also transform Lucius as an elk.
Why do I?
So you can go.
Why am I
into
the automatic elk?
Because you can understand. If you use your staff and then I put you in an elk, you can just go eat grass around them.
Yes, I'm sure they won't think anything of an elk jumping off of an airship to.
No, I mean we can land
Celebrate
the
alongside
airship
them.
first. I mean you will die if you jump off. Anyways.
I could try getting close to one of the elk and then talking to it and asking it about the tribe, seeing if they're peaceful or what they're all about with this.
Okay, well, I mean.
Are you
either way-
volunteering?
All of
Volunteering
these
to become
plans
the elk,
require
Barbarian?
approaching.
I mean,
Are you
I
volunteering to
don't-
become the elk? Go and talk to the other elk as an
No,
elk?
I mean I can talk to the elks by myself.
I feel like going over with the airship
we need to
is
approach.
more provoking than.
Well, alternatively, we could land far off and have a little walk, but it's just a matter of whether we. What tone do we want to set as we approach?
I want to try to scope it invisibly.
I think we want to approach. I think we want to be part of the party.
Well then, why don't we
But
just
we can be
go?
part of the party after we scope it out.
Yeah.
But I mean, do you want to just jump in and risk that they will attack us, or should we just go? I mean,
Give it a scope, but then I think based on what we know, I feel like we want to party with them.
oh, but we can put Wolverine as an elk, so we approach as we're like, we or what of you guys, we're friends with elks too.
Well, who's the strangest looking one? I think that would be Rogodar.
Yeah, that would be me.
Oh yeah. Okay, so Rogadar can be an elk.
How do you feel
Not this
about
animal thing again.
How do you feel about being a mammal?
We are.
I
Worm.
am a mammal.
Oh, he's not.
What?
He's half mammal, half reptile.
Nope. Rogadar is warm-blooded.
What? Yeah, but you lay eggs, right?
We've had this discussion
Nope.
before.
Don't lay eggs. And laying eggs isn't a prerequisite of being a mammal.
I guess. Are there platypus?
Wait, do we lay
Is
eggs?
in
We might
this-
lay eggs. I
in
think
this continent?
Dragonborn might lay eggs.
Well, there
I
you
don't
go.
know this.
Clearly, Rogadar doesn't have kids.
Nope.
He doesn't know this at this point. Okay.
He's never
so-
even witnessed a child.
Nope. It was all train when I was
Mark?
young. Just training,
So-
training.
Rogadar, do you want to be an elk?
Fine. I'll be an elk.
Great! Okay, let's do this. And we can use the cornucopia and put like a sack hanging from the elk with like fruits coming out of it, you know? Be like super friendly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like this.
You like that? Okay, I'm so happy.
Yeah, I like this.
We have a solid plan.
The question still remains, do we approach in the airship or do we land
No.
far off and walk up?
We're landing far off and we're walking over with our pouch of fruits and our elk.
Well then let's land and make our preparations.
Yeah, okay, let's do that.
Delphine.
How long does this elk
Delphine?
form last for, Zaya?
Oh, it's a long time. Up to an hour. But I can cast it twice. But then I can't.
So let's ensure that we are no further than
An hour's
20
walk
minute-
away.
20-minute walk, I'd say, to be safe.
Yes.
All right, so Delphine and the crew take the airship down some distance away, kind of behind some trees, try to get some cover. And she lands it. Night begins to the dark begins to take the area, but you guys disembark onto a nice lush green grass. It's warm around here. The wind is blowing off the rivers nearby. It's a pleasant night. Better than the north that you guys have been tackling these days, but it's getting pleasant. So, you guys are on the grounds next to the airship.
Yes, we get out of the airship. Guys, let's go. We got a party to attend.
Zaya, you're gonna be our front man, I think.
Yeah, except I don't speak the language. But okay, sure.
You look non-threatening, I think, is
Yes.
the idea.
I look
It's
like
hard
a
to be
child.
intimidated by rainbow hair.
That
And ride an
sounds
elk, and
so-
why not?
Yeah, I can ride the elk.
Yeah.
I'll do that.
Okay. So you what do you do, Zaya?
I get off the airship and I force everyone to follow me.
Everyone's off the airship. What do you do?
Oh, I start walking.
All right. So
Because how far are we? Like how
what are
many-
you casting on Lucius?
Well, I mean, I don't want to cast it if we're like super far away.
all right. So you
How far away are we?
you get close enough to a point where you feel like
Okay, so I will cast polymorph onto my dragonborn friend Rogadar.
okay. Rogadar in a puff of smoke turns into a pleasant-looking elk. You know, matches. He's got these nice big horns, nice silky brown fur.
And
With
then
a
I
hint
say-
of copper to it, still, maybe?
It's still there.
And then I
Your
take
hooves are
my
like a little rusted and green.
I take my like
Perfect.
my robes from the north, my furs, and I put them on me, and then I tell Wolverbane to pour out the cornucopia onto my lap. You're muted as well. Wolverbane,
What would
give
you
me
like?
some cornucopia fruits! What do we want?
Like, what do you want? Yeah, I have to. I have to think. I have to concentrate.
I mean, something that elk would like. Apples and blueberries? Or
Yeah.
is that's good?
Yeah, I think that's
You
really
see Rogadar Elk nodding his head to the apples, like those sound actually pretty good right now.
Let's. Why don't we give him some like really spicy peppers? Rogadar loves that.
No. Let's go with apples and blueberry. That's such a weird
Apples
mix.
and blueberries.
Let's hope that
Okay,
blueberries
I
come
get out
after.
the Earth Mother cornucopia, and I concentrate really hard on apples and blueberries. And I flip it over.
All right. Roll it.
Oh, that's not too bad.
I'm not even sure what I'm aiming for. Am I aiming high or low or what?
I don't know.
Yeah. So it comes out in a decent amount. A nice equal proportion of apples and blueberries. It's a good amount.
Good job,
Kind
Wolverine.
of like smacking a bit, and a few more pieces fall out. A few more blueberries. Got to get them all. But it's a pretty decent. It's a decent size.
Okay, and I give a little kick into Rogadar, and then I say, Oh, oops, sorry, I forgot I can actually talk to you and you'll understand. Okay, let's get moving quick, at a good pace.
You take 1 point of bludgeoning damage.
No, it's not. I didn't
When Zaya
like,
kicks me,
wham
Rogadar
him.
bucks a bit, just try and throw her off.
Does
Alright,
Rogadar
make
understand us?
Make an athletics check, Zaya.
It wasn't a mean bad thing. Athletic saving throw. Just,
Yeah, athletics
Fucking
saving
you
throw.
on principle.
Athletic.
I want to
Strength?
ride on him.
Athletics saving throw.
Oh, Zaya's already riding.
Sorry?
Yeah, but
Just strength.
I want to
Sure,
ride
yeah,
on too.
You get thrown off. You come tumbling off the back of Rogadar, and you just watch this. The blueberries and
She's
apples
not-
go flying
Not good at
everywhere.
heights or anything.
The blueberries and apples fall into the tall grass,
Oh, Zaya, what
scatter
are
in
you
the grounds. Zaya, you fall. You take
Oh my gosh. Well,
1 point of bludgeoning damage as you fall to the ground, scattering the brilliant nice fruits everywhere.
Rogadar! Is my temporary hit point from a long time ago from Cordion gone
It's
by
gone.
now?
Yeah.
Oh, show.
So how many points?
Just 1 point of bludgeoning damage. You crash into the tall grass, scattering the fruit amongst it.
I grab back as much as I can.
Sure, you can grab about half the. You can grab pretty much, I'd say almost half the apples, a handful of blueberries as you're just kind of picking them out from the grass. It's hard to find.
Watch how it's done. And I throw a leg over and hop up onto.
When he tries, I run forward.
All right, make it.
I grabbed one of your antlers to steady myself as I was.
Well, I would have ran away when he tried coming towards me.
Okay. If you want, you can make an acrobatics check to see if you can jump onto him. Warbane.
I will.
Go ahead. You leave. Rogadar just bolts, and you find yourself a face full of grass right next to Zaya.
Okay, by then I'm up. And I said, Rogadar, that
Rogadar
was
is just being.
fine.
He's just being stubborn now.
He's a real elk. Okay, are you gonna be able to be a part of the team, Rogadar, while we walk over the party? I mean, are you
The
nodding
elk
your
just
head?
stares back at her.
Yo, we chose the worst guys.
Does he
Like,
even understand
yeah.
us? When you
Oh, yeah,
when you polymorph,
Yeah,
does he
yeah.
understand?
Yeah.
So he's just being a dick right now.
He's being a dick. Okay, let's go. And as I start walking forward, I want to see if we're fall.
Going to what?
As I walk, I start walking forward, and I want to check it for.
Yeah, Rogadar's following.
Okay, that's good.
All right. So the five of you make your way towards the inner hill, the hill line that you see the barbarians are all kind of situated, where all the bonfires are. You head for the kind of the nearest bonfire section. As you slowly make your way there, one or two barbarians spot you. They kind of are caught off guard, but they see the elk with you, walking with you. But the word spreads real quick that a group of strange individuals are approaching the burial mounds
Okay.
with an elk.
Okay. And we keep walking cautiously, but we keep walking.
All right.
I'm
And
gonna expend a charge on my chaff of charming to comprehend languages.
Sure. Make a perception check as you. There's a lot of people around you trying to pick up pieces of the conversation, but it's quite clear that there's a hush, almost a spread of something kind of going through the crowds. You easily pick up confusion. People are like, they're talking to each other like, who are these people? Or like, what are they doing here? Where do they come from? They have an elk. You hear that a lot of them are specifying the fact you are with an elk. That seems to be with you guys. You get a sense that not real hostility when they see the elk. They kind of almost respect you guys. You get a sense of respect as you guys walk, that you are walking with the elk. So there's a little less hostility that you would expect. You do catch one of them say, "We should inform the chieftain." And then one of them nods and says, "Yes, I will let Chief Rond know there are strangers amongst us."
This is a long shot, but do any of them appear to be communicating with the elk themselves?
Looking around, you do see, they're petting them, grooming them, riding them, but there's no.
They don't
Doesn't
seem to
seem
be
to be
like communicating with them.
But you do get
Basically,
the
I'm
sense that-
wondering if I get the sense that any of these people can speak with animals.
You don't see them speaking with them, but you do see like there's obviously a bond between the rider and the elk.
Yeah.
There's a direct
Okay.
bond, but there's no communication though.
Okay.
But people are spreading out and they're observing you. But you've, Lucius, you've heard that this chieftain is about to be aware of your presence.
I convey this to the others,
I
that
guess
the elk
it's good.
seems to have worked well. They'll be telling their chieftain of us momentarily.
Sure. How far are we this way? Like less than 100 meters, I'm guessing.
Well, you guys are kind of at the outskirts of the about 200 feet from like the altar.
But like just people in general. How close are we to like?
You're like within 10, 50. You kind of walk into the crowd. Just
Are they
tons of
looking
people.
at us? Are they?
Yeah, they're
talking
spreading
to
out.
us,
They're
or-
kind of giving you wide berth, and they're watching you guys wherever you guys enter. Lucia, you're picking up just confusion.
I want to grab like a couple apples. I mean, I guess I could just grab one because I have small hands. I'll grab one apple, and I want to like hold it in a way that I'm like giving it to them as we're getting closer.
Yeah, make a persuasion check.
Okay. Oh, let's do natural 20s. Oh my gosh.
A child comes running forward, kind of similar to what you guys experienced at the Great Worm tribe. A child runs forward and, having no sense of strong socialization of the rest of the world and fear of strangers, just comes running to you, Zaya, because you are tiny, just like this child, and she scoops up the apple, and she just begins to devour it.
I pick up another one to see if someone else comes to get it.
One of her brother or a friend of hers comes running as well, and next thing you know, you're swarmed by like 15 kids are just running out of nowhere, and they're laughing and they're joking and they're kind of trading this apple around and all taking a bites.
How do the adults react?
As you're watching this, you can get the sense that they've relaxed a little bit. They're seeing the children interact with you, and you get the sense that if you can respect and be kind to their children, then you're maybe not half bad. Plus, you're with an elk. How bad could you be?
And I'll grab a couple apples and I'll try to juggle with them.
Sure. Make a performance check.
Okay. 15.
Yeah, you begin to juggle them, bounce them off your, catch them. The kids are just loving this show. Obviously, the festivities wasn't as fun until you showed up, Zaya.
And then I'm also gonna like click my fingers between one of the kids' eye, and I'm gonna pull out a snowflake of minor illusion.
They haven't seen snow. These kids, not in this area of Faerun, and they're just in wonderment the creation that you created. So,
I mean, have we heard anything about the chieftain by now?
I mean, you guys are just at the outskirts, so you gotta make your way further in.
I think we're in now. People like
Yeah.
us.
I feel it.
Yeah, so you're by one of the bodies, just hanging out, I guess, with Rogadar the elk.
Yeah, and I just pet him, and I put flowers on him.
Sure.
I say, whatever we intend to do, we'd probably better take care of it before Rogadar changes back.
I might keep track of time as well.
Sure. I would say about 20 minutes has passed.
Okay.
Um,
So should we keep an eye out and try to figure out who that chieftain is? Okay, so I guess by just fooling around and stuff, anyone responded to comment at all?
no.
Okay.
They are speaking a language you don't understand. We'll stay with about 5 minutes. A collection of tribal warriors wielding spears and axes approach you guys. They approach you not in a threatening way, but they are well armed, and they come towards you guys. And in a language of grunts and whatnot, but Lucius, you understand them. They basically ask you to come with them.
We follow.
They say in their language,
I
Great Chieftain
relay
Roth.
that that's what's being asked, and
Mm.
I make ready to go.
All right. Crowd spreads out. Armed guard of about 15 guards or so take you guys further deeper into the festivities. As you're getting closer, you start to see there are roasting pits of just some of boar and other type of wildlife. They're drinking some sort of mead, some sort of drink, and getting a little wasted, sloshed. It's a strange concoction. Not really sure, but some of it splashes. You see, it's kind of like a dark, thick.
Connection was lost momentarily.
Ah. Did it Twitch put out, or he just
No, it looks like he's fully out.
Oh no!
That's just,
Oh,
I'm just refreshing Roll20.
oh, gotcha.
No, the stream computer is good. My laptop, for some reason, keeps losing connection.
Okay. But they are drinking some sort of strange, liquid.
Go ahead.
It's thick. It's dark. It looks almost goopy. It looks a little gross, but it's all the rage here apparently. And they bring you closer towards the center, quite close to the altar, where there's a large tent, big bonfire. This is where there's a lot of armed guards. And as you approach, you do see what appears to be the chief. He's adorned with a large, almost crown helm of antlers, just 3 antlers, kind of just protruding upwards. And he's just adorned with all these sort of trinkets and charms. And next to him, you see what appears to be a shaman of some sort, an advisor perhaps. She carries a staff that also is adorned with some horns and elk bone. Dangling from them are little pieces of metal that clink together as she moves. The chieftain looks quite happy, pleased for whatever reason, and everyone just seems to be having a good time. The guards escort you closer towards him, kind of into his, close to his pavilion almost, and close to his fire, where he's kind of situated with his closest his tribe members. The chieftain looks up at you, in an inquisical, confused look, and in common says,
Oh.
"Who you?" And kind of the silence falls as there's this background music of drums and whatnot and pipes, but it kind of dulls down now that the chieftain is talking.
And I'll look around and then I'll say, we friends?
The chieftain looks to his shaman, just kind of whispers something into her ear, and she kind of just gives him a look like, not really sure. And he says, "What you want?"
And I'm gonna nudge Zaya. What do we want?
Well, we don't
should've-
know. We're not sure. Explore the area?
I nudge again as I party.
We want to meet you guys and dance.
He turns to his advisor. Advisor whispers into his ear, and the chieftain just kind of. He's a little red in the face. You can tell he's been a little too much into this drink. He just kind of laughs. Says, "Oh, dance! You dance!" Oh, and then he begins clapping, and everyone else starts clapping. And they look at you all, and he says, "You dance!" Pointing to all of you.
Uh-oh.
Okay, you guys just clap the beat and I'll dance. Okay? If you want.
That's about as much as dancing as I can do.
You just
You
make me-
have the eyes of hundreds now staring at you. Elevated on his little platform, sits forward and awaits what appears to be the entertainment for the night. You guys showed up, and now you're The entertainment.
Lucius, follow the plan.
Lucius does not dance or clap.
Okay, so I'll point him, boring. Him, just watch.
Chieftain again leans in towards the shaman. Shaman whispers something in his ear. He just says, "You all dance." Starts laughing, and everyone starts clapping, and the drums start kicking up, and the pipes are blowing.
Okay, anyways, I'm gonna just proceed.
I'm gonna dance. I'm gonna dance.
All right.
I'm gonna
doing
make
it.
sure to like grab whoever's dancing as well and try to make it better.
Sure.
Yeah, I need some inspiration.
Guidance.
All right. And Wolverbane also joins in on the dance. He's like, okay. He begins to flex his muscles, and his pec starts to dance.
To as I grab Cordelia, I'll say tap 1, tap 2, tap 1, 2, 3.
All right,
Everyone's ready.
make performance checks.
But you're inspired.
I'm inspired.
As an elk, I move my head a bit.
There are other elves, but obviously you're kind of in the center with this opening with your companions. Rogadar, you start bobbing your head. Okay, 18.
What am I looking for? What is it?
Performance.
Performance, charisma.
Does a head bob require a performance check? or no?
Sure,
You are-
yeah. Make a performance check.
Sweet.
No.
See how well you can balance your head. 7.
Wow, Cordeoni's.
Hold a 2.
I'm trying to.
Ah, perfect. I like it.
Oh my god.
Who am I heading?
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Rogadar, you don't have full control of your body. You're not used to this overweight size of your head. You begin swinging your head around and you stumble and kind of careen yourself towards Cortion. Cortion making acrobatics with disadvantage as you're too busy dancing. you get just spearheaded by Rogadar's antlers.
Oh, this is so
It just
bad.
pierced right into you.
Pierce.
I'll say 2 points of piercing damage. What started off as a strong performance quickly deteriorates as Rogadar tries to partake. The music slowly dies down. You hear the sad trombone, and silence kind of just falls in the crowd. And the chieftain just says, "Not good." And everyone just kind of there's like that awkward silence.
This is like the worst.
I kind of turn to the party and I say, perhaps it's time that we discussed the real reason why we're here.
I point to Lucius and I say, dance! This is a true dancer.
I just give him cut eye and ignore him 100%.
No. Chieftain, look at these dancing limbs. You've never seen dancing limbs like this.
He kind of leans towards his advisor, who whispers into his ear, and he's confused
Can
at this.
I attempt to like hear what she says to him? Like, is it common or is it?
I mean, she's whispering right into his ear, and you guys are 25, 30 feet. It's
Can't hear.
almost impossible.
Can I read her?
Sure.
Sure.
Make a perception check. There's a lot of motion up there. You can't really tell. But the chieftain, after that good 2 seconds of awkward silence, he says, "You, friend of Elk," and he's pointed to Elk and Rogadar, and he says, "Where you get Elk?"
Okay. And I'll try to say, him. Sometimes elk. Sometimes something else.
And he seems to understand what you're saying. He says, "That's him, Magic Elk.
Yes.
Him, Magic Trick."
Magic trick.
And then he begins to clap again, and The crowd starts going wild. He says, "Him do magic trick!" And everyone goes crazy in their drunken stupor. And now I'll wait for some sort of magic trick of Rogan.
Okay, so I'm gonna start to play my lyre.
I
in the hopes
step
that
in front of
Rogan-
Zaya. I step in front of Zaya, and I say, "You like magic?"
And kind of leans over to the advisor. The advisor kind of shakes her head, he like nods. And, yes, magic good, elk good.
I say, "Well, we would like to perform for you, but we would like to ask for something in return."
He says, what you want?
We are searching for things which belonged to the giants. Do you have such a thing here?
He looks extremely confused, trying to gather what you're saying. So the advisor whispers into his ear and says, he comes back and says, giants, not here. No giants here. We are not giants, but magic good, elk good. As Lucius falls silent, they don't seem to understand what you're trying to comprehend, what you're trying to basically convey to them.
Okay, I'll try to say. After we do magic trick, can we look around the area?
He says, "Oh yes, you do magic. You do celebration with elk tribe." And everyone starts cheering.
I look at Cortion and I'll say, like, I don't think they'll care if we do anything after we just become a part of the tribe and show them magic tricks.
Sorry, was the general response that he doesn't know what we were talking about?
He didn't quite understand what you were trying to convey to him, Lucius.
But I asked if we can look around after we do magic tricks, and he seemed okay with it.
You don't want me to do magic tricks. I could do one.
No, I mean, you don't have to do a magic trick. I can trick, Lucius can do magic trick. And I think that part of magic tricks should be our cheating.
And Chieftain's just like, magic trick! You magic! Elk magic! And everyone starts cheering again. And they're pointing at Elk and Rogadar. It's clear that they want elk magic. You said that the elk was magic. They want elk magic. This is the tribe of the elk. This is the elk moment. And they all begin to shout a word that's you're not really sure of. You've never heard it before, but you can, Lucius, you catch it as the word of elk. They're just chanting it. Elk! Elk! Elk!
Okay. So I'm gonna go beside Elk, and I'm gonna make him invisible.
Invisible.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right. You walk up to Rogadar.
Can you choose to be or invisible or not invisible? Can you like snap your fingers and he's uninvisible?
Yeah.
Because maybe we could do something with that.
Well, I mean,
Well,
now
she
he's
would have to
invisible.
cast it again each time.
Oh, you have to cast it again to get him out of invisibility?
No. But if I do
No,
it
no.
again after.
No, I'm thinking like you make him invisible. We do like a ring of fire, and then he jumps through it, and he like whoosh, he appears.
Yeah.
Something
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, now he's invisible, so now's the time to.
Okay.
Just winks out of existence, and everyone's like,
And then I go and I clap and. Woo!
and everyone's just clapping. You see them throw up these kind of skins of whatever drink they're drinking, and sloshes everywhere. The chieftain roars, and everyone just seems to be having a great time. The elk disappear. Ooh, mysterious.
When the elk disappears, I want to immediately cast dancing lights in the area where he was.
Okay.
like around him, I guess, 'cause
Yeah.
he's still there.
To make it look mystical.
Yeah, almost like he like split into all of these lights, and I'll
Yeah.
just kind of like maneuver them like all through the crowds
Yeah. The
and
kids
like
are just
up and down.
chasing them. The adults are in awe, and it's almost, you feel like there's like it's the spear of the elk is moving again through the crowd and different entities in different parts. And the crowd are just loving this show so far. They're like,
And after some time, I will, and I'm doing this all with sort of very subtle hand movements
Yeah.
under my cloak. After a time, I will bring
Well,
the lights back.
while all of this is happening, I think I'm also gonna cast multiple like elk sounds everywhere around.
yeah, you kind of enhance the spear of the elk moving with just the elk cry, whatever it sounds like, elk.
Elk,
And
in
at this
front,
point,
elk in back.
it's motion. The rest of the tribe that are kind of on the outskirts, partying on themselves, are beginning to push in and try to see what's happening near the chieftain's pavilion.
One last
It's
thing,
bringing everyone together. You guys are getting crushed in.
I'm also gonna do like an illusion of like the steps, just the like shape of the elk footsteps around the chief, like as if he was walking around.
Yeah. Or as one of Lucius's kind of dancing lights goes towards the chieftain, you follow with sound and hoof prints and really get the sense that this spirit is about. Rogadar, are you doing anything while your companions are?
Just standing in one spot.
Well, currently I am back as Rogadar now, but I'm invisible.
That's what I thought. You can't be
Yeah,
one or the other,
I
right?
figured that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
But you're good. You're invisible. Elk is not.
Yeah, so
gonna
I'm
do that.
invisible. I'm standing there. I have a question to the DM for something.
Yes.
Say I were to cast mirror image on myself,
Okay.
and Zaya were to polymorph me into an elk again. At the same time, could we make 4 elks appear in my space?
Oh, that's a really weird question.
Huh.
I mean, if you cast mirror image on yourself, you're gonna become visible.
Yeah, so I'd have to time it with Zaya.
Okay, well let me just review this here real quick. Creatures that are 3 illusionary duplicates of yourself appear in your space. I mean, I would say you changing your body form would also change the mirror images. So, because I mean, it defeats the purpose if your mirror image. It's imaging you. It's a mirror image of yourself. So, however you change, your mirror images would change as well, right? So
Okay,
I would say yeah.
But you're
I'm
invisible.
gonna go over the earpiece to Zaya. Zaya, in 6 seconds, Lucius, bring the lights back to me, and Zaya in 6 seconds cast polymorph on me into an elk again.
Okay, but I mean, touch my hand because I need to
Yeah.
touch you.
I
No,
find
no,
Zaya's hand.
no. Wait, do I need to see you though to cast polymorph?
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah, I need to see you.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, it's okay. I can do a minor illusion of. I can illusionate like a big drape around you, and I can cast it and remove the drape. That's fine. That's what we'll do.
Okay.
It's fine. Got it. Figured out. So 6 seconds
I
down.
mean, a minor
5 seconds
illusion
down,
is
I
a
do the-
5-foot cube.
Yeah.
Just throwing that out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you-
I can
Okay.
crouch down to 5-foot cube.
I'm gonna put like a little tent, like a cape, like a just a cloth, like dangling from like a
All right.
middle
So
thread.
this is all happening in the moment. Rogan, are you quickly
So
find-
when she does that, I'll gather all of the dancing lights into the position.
You guys are so.
And I'm gonna use
This is so
thaumaturgy. Use thaumaturgy to make a rumble of thunder as he comes to.
All right. So, the spear of the elk converges back to the center of this almost now a large ring that you are surrounded in all sides by viewers and spectators. The lights come back to the center. Rogodar, you find Zaya's hand, and Zaya, you guys prepare. Of course, down with your thaumaturgy. Zaya, Lucius, and Rogodar. All right.
I'm ready.
So you're casting. Zaya, what's the order of things?
So I'm casting my.
Okay.
So
So-
as I'm casting that, I would cancel the invisibility.
Okay.
And then, as soon as I can, I'm gonna. Well, I mean, within that time, I'm assuming Rogadar's gonna.
Yeah, so if she's casting
Image?
the minor illusion, I'd be casting mirror image.
Okay.
The
Alright.
lights would be coming in,
Yeah.
and then Zaya would be casting polymorph again.
All right. I feel like there's a check that needs to be done here. A lot of moving parts.
I
lot
mean,
of
it's still a
simultaneous-
magic trick, so it does. Still,
Yeah, it's true.
still like. It's a
Okay,
bit-
so just we're gonna go over the overall performance check here for everyone involved. I want everyone to make 4 of you guys make performance checks.
It has to be with advantage, though. Like, I mean, this is. It shouldn't fail.
Is there anything I can do
Oh,
to
it could fail.
distract them?
I don't know. You weren't really partaking. You're standing off to the side watching your companions. Cortion, Zaya, Rogadar, Lucius, maybe performance checks for what you just
Oh
did.
man, I rolled so good!
Oh,
You better hope for
I've rolled ones all night.
that's great.
It's not too bad.
Cortion?
I mean, my check should
That's
work.
with a +4 too. Lucius has surprisingly high.
All right.
My
Both
check
has his
should be
charisma.
worth more.
All right. So, group performance-wise, it's pretty good. Of course, you know, Rogadar has been quite a bit. Piercing Cortion and kind of off position. It took a while to find Zaya's hand, but you crouch down Rogadar best that you can do within her cube. But you're just being a real. You're not on your A game today. But you guys begin to do your order of events. Bring in the lights. Thaumaturgy with a loud crack of thunder in the sky catches everyone's attention, catches them off guard. Rogadar, you cast mirror image just as Zaya casts polymorph underneath the minor illusion. Rogadar, you're just a little bit offset. You're not quite underneath the mirror image. But everyone's too drunk to notice.
Yeah!
You managed to. Next thing you know, 4 elk appear. The sound of thundering claps in the sky, and the crowd just goes absolutely batshit crazy. Where once was 1 elk, there was 0, and the 4 spirits of the elk spread through the crowd, converge, and once again, 4 elk appear. It's a miracle. An absolute miracle. The chief stands up and he lets out a bellowing cry of pleasure and surprise, and the rest of the crowd follows suit.
I'm gonna go around and just dance, just
Right.
keep the hype up.
Yeah. So the hype is high now. Like we're hitting a pinnacle of the celebration, which you guys, you've really just brought the party in together. Now everyone's just dancing. You kind of mingle with the crowd. No one even looks at you like an outsider at this point. So you are the stars of this festival suddenly, and people are offering you these drinks. These what do you call those? Like a skin.
Stein?
Yeah, it's like a skin, right? A skin of this liquid, this thick liquid. And the party continues on. While Wolverine flexes his muscles.
I'm bouncing my pecs to the beat of their claps.
Yeah. All the ladies are like, ooh, he's so strong.
And I'll go to the chief and So, can we look at the altar?
Yeah, the chief, looks to his advisor. She whispers into his ear, and he says to you, "You want altar? Why? Altar sacred to tribe."
We want to see something. Look.
Make a persuasion check.
Not deception.
Are you lying to him or are you telling the truth?
I'm not lying, but it's not all
Alright,
true.
so you can deceive it. Sure, if you want to deceive him. He nods and says, okay, you look. Today, special. Big celebration.
Hey.
Hey. And he kind of says, looks at the advisor and says, hey.
What
And I'll
are
say,
you
Elk
celebrating?
Will go away. Elk will go away after some.
Elk, stay here. Elk. Friend. Sacred.
Okay. Guys, we might have a problem in 40 minutes.
And he, Lucius, as you pose your question, he
Just
turns
have
to
the.
you
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
and he says to you and says, today, important. Today, my son, home.
Oh.
Where was your son before?
Can I go walk towards the altar if anyone wants to?
Yeah, you guys go ahead. I'll carry on
Yeah.
this conversation.
Sure. Get towards, you guys head towards the altar.
Yes.
Saya, anyone else following?
Yeah, I'll go. I have nothing else to do here.
Alright, what made you follow?
Yeah, I go to the altar.
Yeah,
The,
come.
the four elk moving the exact same way. Passes the crowd. It's quite dense towards the altar because a lot of people are offering, doing offerings towards this altar. Your mirror images are passing through people. It's catching them off guard as the spirit is walking through them. But Lucius says that you pose a question. You know, where was his son? He says, son, lost, giants, take son, son, home now. We celebrate tonight. And he takes a swig of this big flask of his, and people are in the media vicinity kind of follow suit and they all drink.
Why did the giants take your son?
They capture. They eat. Just
And your son escaped?
son. Saved by strong warrior. He now come home to the tribe. And another swig and everyone cheers. Woo!
And is the warrior here celebrating with you?
No, great warrior, not here.
What?
I used to be great warrior myself. I would like to meet the great warrior that rescued son, but
It-
did not come. They say, my son say, warrior, a dragon. And he kind of like raised his hands. Everyone's like, wow.
Ask him the name.
That's me.
Oh wait, I'm not there anymore.
I was thinking that too.
I'm also not there.
Is your son here celebrating? I mean,
Yes.
surely.
He kind of like points off to the crowd, and there's like a bunch of ladies swooning over some guy, and he's dancing around. He's saying hi to his companions and his warrior companions. And
I point to my mouth and I say, "Does your son speak our language?"
little bit. My. And he kind of points to the woman. Says, "Woman, Vash, translate sometime. Can we help?" He learn, because he will be chieftain one day.
Do you think he would speak with me for a short time?
He laughs and says, if not too drunk. And everyone cheers and take another swig.
I just kind of like bow in appreciation, and I leave him to his revelry,
Chieftain just slaps you in the back with a big heavy hand. Oh! As the rest of you guys approach the altar, there's a big lineup, almost, but messy lineup, a Chinese lineup. Right? People just try to get close to the altar. They're leaving meats and fruits and vegetables. Do some sort of ritual or some sort of prayer. The altar's just covered flowers and spices and other. That's. What do you guys do at the altar?
Is there any inscription on?
Yeah, make an inspection check or investigation. Sorry.
Well, I can reroll.
You have a -4, 5. You have a -5 investigation.
No.
Where do you see that? It says 3.
Oh,
I got
sorry.
a 4,
Yeah,
but I
read that
rolled a
wrong.
1. Anyways, I can reroll. 18.
Okay. At first, being tiny, you get bumped around from the crowd. You lose your vision for a second view, but you scramble up on closer to the altar. It's again covered with crap, so you kind of push it away, kind of looking at the altar itself. You see carvings similar to the carvings that you've seen before. Depictions of large beasts. Some sort of entity that controls all these beasts. But the focal point obviously being the elk in the depiction, as being the great beast of this area.
I'll turn to the rest of the party and I want to ask, out of how many altars did we have to move the altar?
I think we just moved one. One of them was destroyed.
As you're kind of Zion, as you're looking, inspecting, between all the bowls, almost like just placed around, almost right in the center of this altar, you see what appears to be a metallic object, almost pierced into the stone itself.
In actual
The
altar.
tabletop, the altar itself.
Does it look like Arthur type of stone with things sticking out? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, almost like this large chunk of metal is sticking out of this large stone altar.
Okay. I'll point it out to the. Does this look like it's out of place? Also, can I check if it feels any magical?
Definitely seems to be out of place. I mean, aside from it being covered almost completely by other objects, bowls and incense and other offerings, you get a closer inspection of it. It appears to be made of metal. It looks to be a large spear tip almost, made of a strong bluish metal.
Giant spear tip. Should I try and pull it out?
Does it feel magical?
Make an Arcana check.
Can I, in elk form, make an Arcana check?
Can you?
Yeah, you maintain all your normal.
Sure, you can make one.
I mean, it's a check. It's not like you're using magical ability.
Oh, nope. Can't roll well tonight.
Is another
I
one,
mean,
please?
Wolverine, I don't mind, but I really don't want you to break it right now. Break anything right now, right?
Well, if we move all these bowls and all these offerings out of the way, I'll just try and pull things straight up. Nothing should break.
Oh, and I'll also put my finger to my ear. Hey, Lucius, is it blue, Michael? You said?
It's got this bluish hue. Almost.
Ask the blue word that I don't have coming out of the altar. The blue tip of rock piece. Cortian, how would you call it?
Is it rock or is it metal?
Point?
Metal.
It's metal.
A blue point, a metal blue point that is kind of blue that's coming out of the altar.
What, you want me to ask about it?
Yeah, ask. No, I
Okay.
guess not. I don't know.
Oh.
Should we ask him if
Ask if we can take it.
we can touch it?
I mean, people are going up at this altar, putting stuff on top of it. They're not really paying mind too much to this object.
Wolverine, touch it. See if something happens.
Okay. stick my finger in and I touch it.
You strike it with your. You strike it with a shovel.
Stick my,
With
no.
a shovel, the ground explodes. You touch it. It's cold to the touch. It's metallic in nature.
Ooh, it's cold. My nipples stick out a little bit.
Aside from just be feeling like metal, no one even pays you minds too much. They're all looking at you as being the performers of this place, and they gawk and awe at your presence. But
I just I look around to see if anyone's paying attention, and when I
There's
see
a-
that they're not, I'm just like,
Alright.
I try and pull it.
Well, first of all, you look around. There are people paying attention.
Can
Oh,
I?
they are. You just said they're not really paying attention.
No, I mean they're looking at you. Not you're surrounded by people at this altar doing offerings. You're standing amongst.
Did we lose stream again?
No, I
No,
don't
you're just
think
lost.
it's-
You're amongst. There's like 20, 30 people around you offering. This centerpiece is quite a very distinct centerpiece. You're grabbing this thing.
Wait. As he starts to like touch it and grab it, I'm gonna play a little of my pen to inspire him.
Okay, so you're going to take this out of the altar.
Well, no. If I
Like,
was under the
sorry,
impression
so
no one
when
was
you-
really
when you're
paying
touching it-
attention to me.
The altar expecting
Okay.
touching this thing. No one cares.
Okay.
But you're surrounded by a conglomerate of people who are offering to this where you're standing. They're doing offerings. They're
I'm
grabbing
not-
and pulling it out of the altar
I-
will
no,
not
I'm not gonna pull it out.
be very
Okay,
inconspicuous.
so as we're discussing this, I'll say like, listen, now we pretty much know what we're. We can just go have fun, and when the timing's right, we can.
Are you suggesting that we just take it when they're not looking?
Well,
While
do you
asleep?
want me to ask the?
I think we should ask. We should ask the chief if maybe there's something we could trade for it.
Trade? I mean,
Trade.
it's not theirs. You don't need to pay for this.
I
just
think
part
they
of
would.
nature.
I think they would say that it's theirs.
Okay, so let's offer them fruit. They seem to like.
Fruit.
All right. In the meantime, Lucius, you've made towards what appears to be the sun. He's obviously more adorned in better clothing. He wears a smaller elk-made crown upon his head. He seems to be having quite time. He seems to be quite a strong warrior. Well-seasoned warrior.
Enjoying the celebration.
He says, "Yes, I enjoy magic." And he kind of just like, almost drunken stupor, just touches your nose.
Great. You kidnapped by giants.
Yes, I capture giants. No, giants capture me. Yes, yes.
Do you know what kind of giants?
Big giants. Big. Like, big. He kind of like points to like a woman going through the crowd. You follow his fingers. It's just this fat lady just carrying like food, and she's like dishing it out. And he says, kind of puts his arm around you, Lucius, pulls you close, says, "Big." And he points to that woman, like she's like obese almost.
I don't know how to like get him to narrow it down.
I mean, I think it's obvious.
What do you mean?
He pointed to the obese lady.
Yeah, they're super fat.
What? He just said super big. He's drunk.
Like,
Pointing
he
at a
pointed
fat
at-
lady.
I found
Yeah,
it.
pointing at a fat lady.
Yeah, but the fat giants.
Well, let's not get meta here, guys. Are you
No,
here?
he's not.
Oh, sorry.
Either way,
Sounds
that doesn't make sense.
sounds like
I don't
cheap
think. I don't think that was the implication.
Oh.
I say this dragon rescued you.
Dragon. Yes. Brave dragon. I be brave one day as chief.
Did you learn-
like dragon?
Did you learn its name?
No. No name. No name.
Do you remember its color?
He kind of looks around. He's like snags up a kind of this metallic-looking flagon that they have. One of these guys have, and waves it in front of you and says, "Pretty, like this." And it's got this bronze-ish color.
Hmm.
Bronze, copper. You're not really sure. It's trying to change.
And where did Dragon go after bringing you back?
With friend. He leave with friend.
Friend? What friend?
He says, me drink a lot, hard to remember, but he leave with his friend. Lots of friend. Lots friends. I don't know. To save more people. He's brave.
Do I get the impression that that's all the information I'm gonna get out of this guy? He's pretty far gone.
I mean, yeah. I mean, when he
Regarding this dragon, I mean, he forgets everything else, kind of thing.
yeah, you kind of get the sense. Yeah. Aside from color, he's not sure where he went. Yeah.
I say thank you for your time and enjoy the party.
I will.
And then I turn away from him, kind of take a few steps. Oh, sorry, is he still speaking?
He was about to say something. You just say, me. My name. Greyhark. Greyhark. Your name.
Lucius.
Lucius. Greyhark. Lucius. Friend of Elk. And he takes a swig.
All right, then I turn. I press the earring, or the stone, and I say, "Well, what's the deal with the altar?"
I think we have an idea of what we were looking for, but I feel like we can't just grab it with everyone around.
Well, why don't we convince the chief to offer it to us?
Yeah, Wolverine suggests that too, but we are on our way now.
Alright. So you guys make your way back to the center. I'd say about 30 minutes, almost 40 minutes has passed, Rogadar, in terms of your spell.
The mirror image is gone.
Oh,
Yeah.
So
you revert to one elk that's
Yeah.
rapidly approaching his shelf life. Yeah, you guys make your way back to the center. Party's hot and happening. You guys meet up. You see Lucius there.
Say, quick question. Did we encounter a bronze dragon on this journey?
I mean, yes. Didn't
Was
we?
that clumsy guy?
Was the
Yeah.
riddle one? Oh right. Was
riddle
he-
one was I can't speak.
Yeah, the riddle one was yeah. What was Felgalos?
Felgalos was a brass dragon, and the other guy was. Hold on, let me just refresh my mind.
Excellent.
Felgalos is a copper dragon, and Vexalanthus is a copper dragon as well.
So then we have not encountered a bronze dragon.
Wasn't Fex Monsters bronze?
I wrote copper.
Well, bronze and brass are.
Yeah.
No, she said copper. She didn't say brass.
Why did I write copper twice?
Yeah, but what's the guy? If the guy's just like drunk and trying to find an equivalent color,
Yeah, sorry.
Pretty close,
Fex
right?
Monsters was a copper dragon.
So both of them were copper.
Well, anyways,
Well, I mean, it's pretty close, so it might be the one. But I would assume that it would be Felgalos and not Vixel if it's one that we have encountered, because Vixalanthus didn't sound like he was gonna go save people. Whereas Felgos definitely sounded like he's saving people.
Or at
Cordian,
least attempting
Felgos
to.
is a really cool dragon.
He doesn't come across as the heroic type to me though. Whereas
Just like FYI, Felgos is a bronze dragon.
Oh,
Vexalanthus is a copper dragon.
oh,
Oh.
correct
Oh
that.
wait. Okay, wait.
Bronze?
Sorry. Bronze is the one that saved
That's-
Briarheart? Or you? Sorry.
You're not really sure. Like he held up a thing that could have been a copper. We're just trying to aim for one or the other.
But we have
Yeah,
encountered a copper and a bronze
like a
dragon.
reddish metal, a dark reddish metal type
Versus-
thing.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. In his drunken stupor, it's probably the closest thing you can grab. Could represent bronze or copper. You're not really sure what he was trying to get to.
Okay. Well, never mind then. I mean, it's somewhat irrelevant. Even if we did know, we would not be able to track them down anyways. Doesn't remember where they went. Anyways,
Is
to
that
the
blue
order
tip,
of business.
Is that blue tip like in the middle of the altar, or is
Yeah.
it like in front, like?
Metal, like on the rock slab that they use for the. It's like
Okay.
just jabbed right into it.
Okay. So I guess I'll start by asking.
Sure. I mean, as you guys get to the center of this and guys are discussing, there seems to be some sort of commotion happening. People are starting to move away from the pavilion, almost to the outskirts of this area. The chieftain seems to be preparing, or there's a lot of kind of festive commotion. Nothing hostile, but there's movement amongst the crowds as they seem to be dispersing and going somewhere. Like outwards.
Like
So-
just away?
Yeah, like they seem to be almost facing outwards now, kind of lining up.
Is the altar free?
No, there's still people making their way. Like there's as you look, there's always continuous amount of people, these hundreds of people making offers.
Lucius, can you ask the chief? Wait, the chief left?
No, the chief's still there.
Can
Ask
you
him what the importance is.
Yes, ask him if that the big blue metal thing that's sticking out of the altar is important to them.
Or just what is it?
There's just less connection again. So you guys approach.
Question:
Yeah.
Do
Ignore me
these
again.
barbarians look like the barbarians that were in Groothaug? That one barbarian?
Certainly does.
Yeah, I thought so. But I'm an elk. I can't speak.
Wait, which barbarian was that?
Don't worry about
It's
it.
the one that Rogan I went in got out of the prisons at Groothaug. That's the dragon they're talking about. Rogan, I was just standing here. Rogan, I can't speak anything though right now.
Can't you like
It's
transform
okay, we
yourself
got
back?
like 50.
Nope, I can't.
You'd be like nudging like Zaya or something to get her attention, wouldn't you? Through this
Roganar
whole
has no idea what the festivities. Only Lucius knows what the.
Yeah, I don't know anything that
Festivals
Lucius just said about. I don't know why he was asking about a dragon.
Yeah.
Only
Neither do
Lucius
we.
knows that.
Well, don't you recognize the sun?
Nope, I never saw him.
You haven't seen him. He's out in the crowd. It's a big crowd. I haven't seen him.
Hmm.
I mean, you can make a perception check if you want. I mean,
Yeah, but I mean, I don't think unless Rogan knew there was a connection there, he'd
Yeah.
really care.
okay, makes sense.
Because I didn't know anything about the barbarian at the time.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll just ask
It's leverage for a free glowing metal thing.
Chief. You know,
Yeah,
we
but it's
did the altar.
metagaming it.
And what is that blue tip metal thing coming out of the altar?
He's kind of in the moment. A few things he said. Oh, you dancer, altar sacred. It's beautiful, pretty altar, better than other altars. Because blue thing, nice, fancy.
Did I feel magic coming out of it or no?
Nah.
Well, it's not a magic item. It's not very useful. Just gonna put
Magic?
that out there.
You have magic? Yes.
No. The altar, not magic.
Altar magic.
Hey, Fortune, you didn't try to talk to the
Offer.
altar.
To altar. to our god. You. No insults, magic altar.
Oh, no, sorry. I want to point out to Cordion. Man, like, we were at the altar, but you didn't try to, like, talk to it.
Do I sense anything?
When you were there, no. Not really, no.
When I was anywhere?
No, he's not. No.
I'll explain to Zaya that this entire time has been. I haven't felt anything. These people are clouding my sixth sense.
Do you want me to make a perimeter?
Yeah. I mean, like spread people out, but I have the feeling like there's not a lot of spirit going on here. It's just a lot of beer.
Okay, not gonna waste my time then.
Any further questions as you see the chieftain is about to
So it's important. It's an important thing, and it's not magic. I mean, it's magic, and.
All right. At which points you guys hear a kind of. Yep, Lucius. Go ahead.
I'm just going for it.
Go for it.
So I've
Eldritch Blast. All right, make it.
Yeah. Fireball. Fireball. I'm going to cast suggestion on the chief.
Okay.
And I'm going to say, I think that you should offer us the metal thing on the altar as a reward for our performance. He has to make a wisdom saving throw.
Yes.
DC 16.
Natural 1.
Ah!
His drunken stupor has no willpower or ability to even begin to fight the suggestion. He says, "Oh, magic good. You impress chief and tribe. You have metal thing." What did you ask him, Lucius?
I said that he should offer it to us as a reward for our performance.
Okay, he says, okay. That good idea. I offer you, friend of Elk, metal thing. After the race.
Oh man.
Elk race.
Oh shit.
Rogadar.
Oh shit.
I bow and I say, we are very grateful for your generosity.
Good. Elk race starts soon. Come, watch Elk race. And he's like, begins to head off.
How much?
Yeah,
How much
I
time's
mean-
left on my spell right now?
I was about 5 minutes. You're real pushing the borderline. Rogan.
Perfect.
You start to see the crowds are now pushing. How around the mounds you guys are standing on, there's a kind of depression that makes it almost a circle. Now that you kind of realize it, everyone's kind of gathering to the east side, where you see there are elk down below and riders on them. Throughout this kind of in the depression in the hill where there's kind of like checkpoints, almost like flags and banners. This seems to be a racetrack that they've converted into some sort of elk track in celebration of the return of Greyhark. You see below what appears to be the entrance or the starting points. Four riders. Four riders on elk have kind of situated themselves at the starting line. But
Riders.
yeah, it's an elk race that you get together. But you'd also see a collection of unused elk standing nearby. Chief kind of gathers you guys. He brings you guys to the entrance, the starting points, pushes to the crowd kind of dissipates. He's got his own private booth almost. And you guys are free to join him if you want, as you are his friendly entertainments.
Can I race?
I join him in the booth as the elk.
Elk, he passes you, says, "Magic elk, always welcome." Wolverine, you ask the chief.
I would. Yes, Chief.
Yes,
Can
big man. Warrior.
could we take some of these elk and race?
He laughs, and everyone else laughs around him just because it's like Kim Jong-un. They just laugh. And he says, "You, man, want to race elk? Dare.
Dare?
Okay, you race."
All right. Anybody else? Zaya, you want to grab a elk? If one of us wins, we could probably ask for anything.
I mean, is Rogadar's elk racing or not?
He's
Yeah,
sitting
I probably
watching.
don't have time on my spell.
Yeah,
I don't think you
he's
have
right now.
time.
He's down to like.
Oh, could he
Would
cast
I-
it again?
Would I know that?
You guys kind of just gauge like the timing. You know he's getting pretty close.
Could he just cast it again on him?
No, I can't. I'm done.
The chief looks at the rest of you and says, "Your friend race against my tribe."
Can I say, okay, and I'll reply, okay, magic elk power might run out.
Okay, but who want to race?
Zaya, just grab one of the other ones.
I'm gonna try to do a slay of hand. I'm gonna get on Rogadar, but then I'm actually gonna go on another elk.
That is
How does that?
how would that even
Awesome.
work?
How do you use your hands?
So the elk
I
are
mean,
down.
it's just like,
Yeah,
I want to
we aren't beside elk right now.
Elk are down below at the start.
Oh.
Down below in
Oh.
the lower area where the race started. You guys are up, kind of on his private booth, looking down.
Oh, okay then.
You hear a horn sound as it's sounding the start of a race very soon. Everyone's getting really excited.
Zaya, just get on one. Lucius,
Okay,
you should
okay,
join.
okay.
The more
I
people
grab
we
one.
have, the higher the chance we'd win something.
What are we looking
Yeah,
to
I'm
win?
gonna-
We've already been offered the thing we came for.
Anything. We could ask for anything.
I want some reward.
What exactly
I'm-
do you
I'm
think these
in.
primitive
could-
people
You
have
could
to offer?
ask for a wife or
Could you
something.
even get the blue thing?
The chief says,
we
"You
already
win
got
this-
offered the blue thing.
You win this
But
race.
the mystery box. It could be anything.
You win this race. Chief, give you metal thing."
What? Are you changing the
that
deal?
Wait, that was not my suggestion.
But I.
It
give
was for
you
the
anyways.
performance.
You're right. But Chief just wants to see.
I get on a stupid elk.
All right.
Oh, I'm
do the
not.
math
I'm
real
not
quick.
stopping
I
them
got
from
on a smart elk.
RB.
Okay, I don't mean I'm getting on.
Courtyard's getting on a smart elk.
Zaya gets on the elf that's standing backwards.
No, I really don't. I definitely don't. I moving its feet most.
The one with a peg leg.
No, as I would never do. It's getting on the one that's moving its feet the most.
Oh, look at him.
This one is ready to rise up. As the impatience is getting felt as we're all on the starting line.
What kind of roles do you
Who's
think?
on? Who's on?
We're gonna
Me,
have
you?
Animal handling
Is Cordion? Cordion, get on an
and
elk!
athletics to
I am,
stay
I am,
on,
I am.
probably.
Oh, you are.
All right.
Wait,
so,
I am
which-
going to cast speak with animals on myself.
Okay. Yeah.
And I'm just gonna like talk to my elk that I'm riding currently. Just
Sure.
calm him down and psych him up for the race.
All right. Wait, how many of you guys are getting on?
Me?
Everybody.
Cortian?
Yep.
Lucius is
Absolutely not.
watching. At which point, Rogadar, your spell begins to.
Saya.
Especially because suggestion is concentration, and I do not wish to take damage by any means.
Saya, do you also have suggestion?
Yes.
Use it on Lucius to get him to ride.
No. I'm gonna, however, I will definitely use my inspiration on my elk.
At which point, the Rogadar, your spell fades. You're next to the chief and his
Does the chief notice? Is my first question.
Oh, he
He wants
noticed.
to be an elk.
Although drunk, there's a dragonborn beside him.
Ah,
There's a sudden.
the spirit of the elk has passed on. He will
His son-
return again one day.
His son has joined him, right?
No, I say,
Watch the race.
Magic Elk prefers to be in form which can communicate with us.
So yeah, as you guys are saying this, Gryhark is kind of in the same booth, has approached them. And he sees Rogadar. He sees Rogadar standing there, and immediately comes running over to you, Rogadar.
Do I recognize him as the dude?
As soon as he comes up to you, yeah, he looks a little familiar. He bites the palm of his hand to cause it to bleed.
Oh, this again.
Raises it to you, Rogadar.
Ugo sort of grimaces a bit, remembering what it was like last time, and complies and puts his hand up.
And you guys smear the blood together. He says, "Father, Dragon Warrior." And
Oh my gosh, this is the best
Everyone-
party ever!
everyone just begins to cheer, and Rogadar, it's suddenly washed away by the sound of a blasting horn as the race is about to start. Rogadar, they look at you. Chief just looks at you in kind of disbelief that you are the dragon, savior of his son, Gryhark.
Magic Elk takes many forms.
Perfect.
The shaman's like nodding vigorously, like just in awe, like of this miracle, and the chief just says, "Oh, great elk, you come to us in the form of dragon." And he kind of just like bows towards you.
Could have chosen.
I sort of like whisper to Lucius, "We already got the blue stone, right? We don't have to ask for that again."
That is correct.
Perfect. I just stand there.
He kind of just his attention is drawn back to the race as it's start. The horn blasts.
I inspired my elk.
All right, and
I want to
guidance
rage.
you want to rage?
I want to rage.
All right, you rage, for the moment. But you talk to your elk, and the elk's just like he's a pretty chill elk. He's just he says, "Don't worry, bruh. I've been in enough of these races. I know."
How many of you won?
The winning is up to the rider, my friends. At which point, as the racers line up, there's the three of you and four other individuals. You all line up. One individual comes down and starts shouting in the language down to the crowd. The crowd gets worked up. You get a sense that this person's explaining the rules, perhaps, of what exactly.
Just translate for me, please. What is he shouting?
Lucius,
Ludo?
your spell's still activated, right, Lucius?
How long does it last? I mean, if it wasn't, I'll use another charge.
Okay.
Let me
So,
check how long it lasts.
You hear kind of like the announcer of this explaining the race to everyone, how it works, and you begin to quickly relay this information to your companions. because
Yeah, I'll just.
Otherwise, there's some serious miscommunication can happen.
I mean,
Somebody's gonna relay to me.
reluctantly, I guess.
Yeah. You
Follow
relay-
my lead, Cordion.
Is that what you're telling him?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Cortian, you're not going to know this,
Yeah.
but Lucius, you give this information to the following, to Wolverine and Zaya. Essentially, it's
It
a
lasts
race.
for 1 hour, so about as long as the moose form. So I'll
Cast it again. Okay, so you convey the information of how this race works. Essentially, it's the first one to get to meta term-wise 550 points. Okay, so
Oh.
at every 100 mark, so the 100, 200, 300, 500, different challenges you're going to have to do. You notice that on your elk, there are situated 3 spears, kind of mounted on the side of the elk for you to use. Grab, throw, whatever you wish. So, she explains, and Lucius convey this information, at the 100 mark, there will be targets that you have to just one target using a spear. Whether you throw it or stab
Oh
it,
my
as you're running
God.
past, you need to destroy a target before passing the 100 mark. If you succeed, you can run past it and hit a target, but if you do not hit the target, you need to. Essentially, you'll lose a turn. I'll explain the meta wise afterwards. At the 100 mark, there's a target. 200, there's a bunch of rocks, obstacles that you need to dodge through with your elk. 300, there'll be another target hit. 400, there'll be a giant pit you gotta jump over. And the 500 mark, a final third target, crossing to the finish line.
Sounds awesome.
So the riders all getting worked up. Rogadar, there's a few moments if you want to join in. Grab a elk yourself.
What?
As she's beginning to explain the rules, do you want to jump down there and grab the
No, magic elk does not ride other elk.
Right. How the chief respects you, magic elk. Put your blessing on this race, so none will die.
Die.
So I sort of walk over and I start speaking in Dragonborn, so no one understands me.
Wow.
Oh yeah, magic elk is special.
Yeah.
And I just say something random like, have a good race, try not to die, don't impale yourself on a spear, remember your training.
Everyone
Like
cheers.
pineapples.
You guys are watching Rogadar give a kind of final speech to you guys, and
I can actually understand what he's saying.
which is you at the simplicity of it all. All right.
I'm gonna add just to Cordiano's follow my lead, but it's the first one to get to the end, but there's stuff to break, stuff to jump over. There's just
Oh, so
Alright.
I need this spear. I'm gonna pick up the spear.
Yeah, you have 3 spears. There's 3 spears
Oh, I
here.
have 3 spears.
All right, so you can throw them. You can use
are
them.
they like onto the elk or?
Yeah, they're like in a pouch.
Hmm.
Throw them or use them. So you gotta use them to destroy the targets, whether you throw it or not. However you want to do it. So
I ask, am I gonna kill these elks when I hit them?
No, don't worry
You're
about
not throwing them at elk.
Yeah.
Oh, don't throw it at the elk.
Yes, do not throw them at the elk.
all
There's
right.
targets. There will be targets.
So this is how it's gonna work, okay? And I'm gonna need you guys to track it yourself. Give me the number. Each round, you're gonna roll animal handling check to see how far you move. Like basically, how many points, how far you move in this race.
Do riding an elk count as a land vehicle?
No.
No.
No?
No, this is a
Does my inspiration on the elk make any difference on my
No.
rolls? Ah, damn it.
So this is how it's gonna work, okay? Every round, you guys are gonna roll an animal handling team. So you're gonna meet 14. Just write this stuff down. So if you succeed, you get 50 points. You move 50 feet in the race. If you fail, you move 25 feet. All right, 50, 20. Simple. If you get a natural 20, you move 75 feet. And if you get a natural 1, you move 0 feet. That's how you basically move throughout the race. And every round, I'm gonna place you where you guys are in the race, and then when you hit the 100 mark, we'll go ahead with the attack. So, with the race about to start, the sound of the horn blows. Rogadar gives his final blessing as the beard of the elk upon this race, and we initialize the gourmet race.
Yeah. Is this Kirby?
Oh yeah, it's Kirby.
Oh man, you should have got Wave Race 64 music.
No, this is a classic.
You said this is 14, right?
It's DC 14, yeah.
Okay, good.
All right, but seriously, let's go through the actual race music.
Oh, I like that.
I thought it was good.
Oh, that's
appropriate.
Witcher.
Yeah.
What
So which
what stat is animal handling?
wisdom. Okay.
It's
So
one of your skills.
Yeah.
first roll. Everyone. I need everyone to roll. There, as the race initializes, the sound blows. The music starts playing. Rogar gives his blessing. Everyone roll their as the race begins.
Ooh.
So
Done it.
tell me if you got 25, 50, or 75. That's what I need to know.
What?
25.
We roll a d100?
No, roll an animal handling check.
Oh, we done that.
If
We
you
all did.
so if you hit DC 14, you get 50 points.
Oh, we do our 50
If
points.
you fail, you get 25 points. Natural
Okay.
20 is
Morven
25.
has. Sorry. 25 points, yeah.
25. Okay.
Okay, good.
All right. Where does everyone lie? Rogadar or Zaya?
I'm at 50.
50. Cortion.
25.
All right. The race starts off strong. Wolverine and Cortian are a little slow, but Zaya, you speed forward next to 3 of the other racers. We're gonna put the gourmet race back on. Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Make another trunk check. Go, 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 go.
Oh, another check.
Yeah. 50 points for Wolverine.
All right.
We're all looking at each other.
So-
We're all.
Give me your points, Wolverine, or you got?
I'm at 75.
Give me your total points.
Oh, we're writing all. I thought you were keeping track.
Yeah, just tell me like. Oh, so you got 50 points. Okay, I'll put.
I got 50 points this turn, 25 last turn.
Simon, what'd you get?
75.
Total or?
Well, okay.
Okay.
What do you want?
Give me total.
75.
Okay, Cortian.
75.
Perfect. Okay. You watch as one of the riders goes ahead. You set out see ahead of you at a checkpoint. There are these wooden targets situated. One of the riders goes by and throws one of his spears at the target, completely missing it. You see him have to stop his horse or his elk and go for it to smash. All right, make another check.
I'm at 100.
Ooh, okay.
I'm at 125.
All right. So those that you had, so all of you are now passing underneath the target point. What I need everyone to do here at this point.
I'm really small though. Like if I bend lay on my thing.
What?
What?
You're coming
So
to
you
the
guys
point where you have
you're
to.
approaching the target station. Right. Wolverine and Cortian, you've hit 100 marks. So I need you guys to make an attack with a spear. So if you're proficient with simple weapons, then you can use your proficiency bonus. But
All
however
3 of you
want
are
to.
proficient.
Yep. So you can use it. You can throw it, or you can attack with a melee. But the AC is 15. Zaya, you need to do so as well.
And it's strength that
so
you're attacking with.
What?
Is there any way I can try to go in the one that's already?
With thousands of hundreds of spectators, I mean, you can try.
Okay, never mind. Fine.
It's just so it's we're just rolling a d20 and adding our proficiency
And your strength.
Strength.
and strength.
Proficiency's 3 now, right?
Yes.
15.
15. All right. Yeah. Lucius or Cortian, you smash one of the wooden targets, no problem, and you continue forward.
Plus proficiency?
Yes.
So I'm good. I got it.
Ooh.
25.
All right. You watch as
So
Zaya.
I'm assuming I get advantage because I'm raging, and it's a melee attack.
Sure, but you're about to lose that 6 seconds of rage. We'll let you can use it now. Your rage is starting to fade.
Good.
Okay, so Zaya, where are we? You're going along. One of the riders is still ahead of you. Actually, 2 of them are ahead of you right now, Zaya. But Zaya, your friends, Great Court behind you, a couple feet behind you. Make your next roll. Animal handling. As you guys made the first checkpoint.
Do we get points for that?
You essentially,
Based on-
if you don't stop.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see.
I'm at 125 now.
125.
175.
175. Okay.
150.
All right. Not bad, not bad. Zaya, you've caught up to now the head rider. You are neck to neck with the first place person. Okay, make next check.
150.
150. Oh, of course I ended up so well.
I'm at 200.
200. Okay.
Let's see. 175.
75. Jeez. All right. Okay. Zaya, as you approach now, one of the riders has surpassed you at this point, but you're coming to now a rocky outcropping. You have to navigate your elk through there. It's a little tougher. I need you to make a separate animal handling check of 18.
Whoa! Oh! There it is!
So you were not slowed by this location.
Do I add 50 as well?
So now everyone just make regular animal handling checks. Basically, Zaya, you can speed, no problem.
Well, then I go 25 feet further.
Perfect.
200.
Okay.
225.
25. Okay. 200 for the Cortion. And Orvin.
He's 200, I think. He's muted.
Okay. 200. Alright, so I need Wolverine and Cortion to make your AC 18 animal handling check.
6.
Nice.
DC 18?
Yeah. To see how slow you can go through this area. Perfect.
Wait,
So you,
did acrobatics there.
Whoop. Much better.
Alright.
anything.
Orvin, you're speeding right through there. Cortion, yours is gonna be your speeds are halved. Just for the next roll. So does everyone make your animal handling checks again?
Again?
Let's continue on forward.
Half of 25.
Yeah, so you get 0. You've
12 and a half.
275.
225.
no Corton, you just don't move for this turn.
Yeah.
So Zaya, where are you at?
275.
275, okay. And Orvin?
225.
Okay. Where is everyone at the moment? One rider ahead of you, Zaya. One right behind you. You're kind of right in the middle. You're in second place. Your companions are. Everyone's kind of clumped behind you right now. All right, make another roll.
225.
Jeez, Cortion, you're not that great, are you?
The stupid elk.
Natural
Oh,
20.
Wow. Moving?
275.
70? Okay.
I'm at 350.
Okay. 350. Okay, but Zaya, as you now pass your checkpoint, if you miss the target, you have to stop, destroy another one on your next turn. So you have to succeed this in order to continue running through to 375 or to 350.
Okay.
So make your attack, AC 15.
Oh! I reroll!
For an attack roll?
I mean, any roll.
She's
How many times can you do that a day?
There's no limit. It doesn't say.
Okay.
I don't make it though.
Well, you failed. You stop at the 300 mark.
Or I don't get to 350?
No, because you need to
Although I roll a natural 20?
you need to destroy a target. So you've missed a target. Next turn,
So I mark down
Like
my
the idea is you can't pass.
you cannot pass the checkpoint
Oh,
with a straight.
shit.
You can't pass the
So-
checkpoints until you hit the target.
So I still keep it at 300
Yeah,
even.
you're at 300. Next turn, next roll, you automatically destroy one, but your speeds are halved.
Ugh.
All right, make your next roll.
I reroll! 12! That's not enough, but
So yeah, you
anyway.
Well,
So what
everyone's
happens?
in.
I just don't move?
yeah you don't move.
Why did you get to
Ugh.
reroll?
Because I'm a halfling.
I thought that was attack roll.
I am lucky, so if I roll a 1 for attack roll, and
Attack roll, right? Not a check.
for attack rolls, ability checks, or
Oh.
All right, make your next check.
So mine.
Just quick question there. Zara's supposed to destroy a target, right?
Yeah, so on her turn, if you failed, second time you automatically destroyed, but your speeds are half.
Oh, you automatically destroy. Okay, I gotcha.
so now my speed is not half anymore.
Exactly. So you don't move because you failed. Cortion and Wolverine, you do next one.
275.
Ooh, okay.
325 now.
No, you just still second. And Wolverine.
I'm at 300 now.
Okay, now we're caught up. Okay. At this which points, 3 of the riders, all 4 of the riders have passed you guys. Wolverine, I need you to make your attack roll. As you hit 300 marker.
As a bonus, I'm gonna rage.
All right. Your elk is just like, dude, you weigh so much.
Roll. Okay, so it's a D20. Oh.
All right, so you missed the target, so you gotta
Oh wait.
stop.
Oh, it is a 9. Shows both.
And Zaya Cortion, make your.
Wait, no. I get. I can do that again.
Okay.
20.
Okay. Yeah. So
You
you
get advantage from the rage.
All right. So you make the attack, no problem. Cortion, what are you at?
I am now at 325.
Okay. And Zaya,
375.
375. No, the you went one turn extra
Oh,
because you didn't move the first turn, and these guys are still doing their turn. So you're at 350.
I'm confused. So I rolled a fail.
Mhm.
And then I re-rolled, but I didn't move because of the target. Then I rolled 25. That didn't count.
You were going too fast. These guys hadn't. The other two haven't did their turn well at 25.
Oh, so that one didn't count either.
So you're at 350. So you're at
Okay.
350. Okay. As you pass the mark.
Am I supposed to roll another animal handling?
No, wait. Let's get Cortion just to do his.
And then I do a strength.
Yeah. Strike. See if you smash the target.
Sorry.
Perfect.
17.
So you managed to get to 325, no problem. All right. Next, at the top of the rounds, make your next checks, everyone. Where are you at?
375.
Oh, Cortina caught up to me. I'm
Oh, nice.
375.
Okay.
Finally.
And Wolverine.
You're muted.
I also. I think I'm at 3. DC's 14. 350 now.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Wolverine or Cortina caught up to Zaya. At this time, everyone's pretty much at the same marker at this point. Wow. 3 of the unknown riders are with you, Tion and Zaya. There's 1 ahead of you,
How far ahead?
25 feet ahead of you, 25 points ahead of you.
Okay, I want to cast a minor illusion of a mouse in front of the front leader guy,
Okay.
and then I'll do my animal.
What are the rules against violence? Can I just like throw a
Stab.
spear?
I mean, you totally could. And nothing's stopping you from doing it. It is D&D, but no one's throwing spears at you. They'll just go with that. But you can do whatever you want. At which point, make your next animal handling check.
I reroll.
Wow.
Ooh, I hit a 20.
Got a natural 20, so was that 100 points?
75.
I'm at 450.
Yep,
I'm at
4.
I got a natural
400.
22!
Oh my god.
Okay, wait. Okay.
I'm at 425.
425. Okay. Zaya.
400.
Cortion.
450.
Wow.
Oh,
okay.
I pulled ahead.
The mouse seems to have no impact on the running elk. It's too well trained. It doesn't seem it's your mouse. But at the 400 mark, there is a large gap, a hole that you guys need to jump over. So we'll see whether or not you guys manage to take this 20.
Oh wait, so everyone's at 400 now?
Over. Yeah.
We'll see. If they fail it, then they.
Oh.
You have to make this check to see if you continue on with that roll you've made. So, as you guys approach this pit jump, I need everyone to make DC 18 animal handling checks.
I got my 18.
Okay.
Oof. 11.
Okay.
5.
5? Oh, okay. Let me just real quick here. Zaya, unaffected that jump. You can make your next check, no problem. So stand by. Cortion, unfortunately failed. So we're going to reduce your speed by this is by 25.
So I'm at 425 now?
Yeah, 425. Yeah. So it was a rocky landing. So you caught your elk off guard, so you managed to get as far as you wanted to. However, Mr. Wolverbane got 5. I need you to make a strength or dexterity check, like an athletics or an acrobatics, to see if you hold on to your elk, who is about to now fall into this pit.
So if I have an ability, Danger Sense gives me an edge when I dodge away from danger. Advantage on dex saving throws against effects I can see, like traps and spells. Would a giant pit be a trap that I can see? I think it would be.
It's your
Hey.
elk.
Hmm?
But it's your elk.
He's asking me to do the dex check. I'm not rolling for stats on an elk though.
It's for
The
you.
elk's not your trap.
No, though.
Yeah.
But I'm doing a dex check to avoid a trap.
No,
But
to
the
avoid
elk is
falling
avoiding.
off the elk. Elk is the one
Sorry?
that's jumping with. You're saying if you can hold
You're using
on,
my stats though. You're asking me for a dex. It's using my stats, not the elk stats.
the elk is the one
holding
that's
on to the elk.
You're checking
Yeah.
to see if you hold if you're maintaining your. Despite there is no trap, it's your
A
elk.
giant pit. A giant pit is a
The
trap.
elk's already failed that.
Just roll an athletics and acrobatics check to see if you hold on to it. Not a trap. You are holding on to the elk who's
Oh, so
doing the
hold
jump.
on. Okay. Saving throw.
Yeah.
Strength saving throw. I'm going to rage. Well, like, is my rage gone?
Yeah.
I'm gonna rage again.
Alright. Sure.
21.
21? Ah, you're like, okay. Problem. You managed to land landing, but where are you now? You were still at the 400 mark though. So you've made it across the pits, but you have not proceeded past 400. Alright, make the next one of the other companions people film.
I'm gonna use freedom of movement,
Okay.
which I'm gonna use on my elk, hoping that it is no longer half speed.
Are we
Alright.
doing another animal house?
Alright, so you watch one of the other contestants has fallen off his elk. He has to get up and go do it. Currently with Cortion at 425. There are two ahead of you, Cortion. Quite far ahead of you.
So with that animal handling check I just rolled, I'm at 475. If the freedom of movement worked.
What's freedom of movement to?
Freedom of movement, touch. Touch a willing creature for the duration. Target's movement is unaffected by difficult terrain.
Wow.
Ooh.
Okay.
Other
Yeah.
magical effects can
Sure.
neither reduce the target speed or. be
But
paralyzed.
did you stop? What was the stop? It wasn't the target. It was the hole.
Yeah. So
Okay.
475. Perfect. What rate is that?
I'm at 425 now.
425. Okay.
425.
Ugh, it's not looking good, guys.
Well, you got some good riders up front.
All right.
Just
Cortion.
one of us just.
These guys are
Doesn't matter.
presumably the amateurs.
Yeah, Cortion, you are at this point tied for second with one of the riders. There's one ahead of you. It's getting real close, but you're approaching the last hurdle, last obstacle, which is another throw, another target. So make your next attack rolls. Yeah.
Attack.
Yeah. Oh,
Sorry,
this is
what-
close. Animal handling.
475.
470.
450.
525.
525. Oh, that's close. Mid. Mid. Okay, Cortion, as you are taking the lead, you are last checkpoints. Make your last attack roll, the final target location. As you're approaching the 550, you're at 525.
21.
Oh man, how am I gonna do this? Jeez, this is close. Alright, let me just see what I. So, yeah, Cortion, you managed to go through, smash the final targets. You are approaching rapidly the finish line. The crowd is going wild. You currently see one rider ahead of you. You are tied for second. Now,
Do I have a spear left?
yeah, unless you were throwing them, you still have all.
No, I'm not
The
gonna miss.
priest of death is going to
Alright,
deal.
let me just see. Okay. What I need. Jeez. One of these guys. So one of them missed and basically fucked up. Hit it. All right. Make your final animal handling check. At this point, Wolverine and Zaya, you are kind of too far. You know you're not gonna make the race. You see, they are with the third checkpoint. Cortion, it's basically up to you. You need to roll at least a success. Have a chance.
Oh.
Okay, alright. It's a tie somehow. Let me. Well, we're just gonna have to do it. We're gonna see who runs through faster. One final check. As you and one of the final riders, you just passed one of the riders who missed the target. The second one you're tied with, you give that last push of your elk to pass him, and you manage to run through the final, kind of approach the finish line, head to head, antler to antler. It's you guys are basically same amount of time, guys. 575. All right. Well, I need you to make one final roll, and I'm gonna see. I'm gonna do this publicly.
You ready?
What's your animal handling?
4.
Oh, this one's 4 too. Oh, get that. Wait, let me get this ready. D20 plus 4. Are you ready? Yeah. On 3, ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
No!
Yeah, that sucks. Oh, that sucks. You just barely make it across, but just a fraction of a second too late. You were so close.
I'll chalk it up to the judge being one of them.
Yeah, for sure.
Biased.
They review the photo finish. They're like, it's a little hairy, but the race finishes with Courtian. It looked like he almost won, but you're not really sure. All right, the race finishes. That was close. That was actually real close.
I didn't know if my spell would work.
Yeah, why not? All right, so the race finishes. From your perspective up there, Rogadar, there's some lot of cheering. The chief looks to you, Rogadar, and says, "Oh, great magic elk, would you do honor of presenting the medal to the winner?"
I would be honored to.
And kind of goes to there's a Kest, his little pavilion, his box seating, and he opens it up and wrapped in furs. He kind of hands you a metal object that's wrapped in furs.
Oh,
He says, "Present to the great rider, Snoolra, the metal thing."
Metal
The
thing?
metal thing?
And he hands you this thing wrapped in furs.
Okay. I take the thing wrapped in furs.
And the riders kind of come up and they make their way up to, I guess, the big platform that's built there so that all can see the winner, Snoolra. Courtian just behind them by feet.
Okay.
I graciously, I'm clapping for him, graciously. Trying not to look salty at all.
All right, Rogadar, you open up the furs, and what you see is a rod about this big. It's fairly thick.
A rod?
It's made of some strong-looking metal. On either end, like a pommel, are heads of stag with their antlers protruding outwards. They face outwards from like a pommel on either end of this metal rod. And it seems to be the trophy for winning the race.
Okay. So I'm up on the platform right now, correct?
Yeah, all is watching the great magic.
Perfect.
Give the award.
Present yourself, winner of the elk race.
And Snoolra comes and stands before you.
What is your name?
At which point you see the shaman woman is translating in the language, the woman, or to the rider, and the rider says, "Snoolra."
Snoolra, I present to you this pommel for being the winner of the great elk race.
And there's great cheers and great happiness. He takes it with conviction and just a humble spirit. A little tears up. He's been waiting all his life for. And he takes the item from you. And there's great cheering. They all look to you for like some final.
Oh. Drink, be merry.
And then words conveyed, and they all start getting drunk. And the race is over.
Cast suggestion.
Where are we at this point? Because we're not with it.
Yeah, you guys have come up to the pavilion. You see Lucius is there now. Rognar is back to his normal form. Gryhark and the chieftain are. Rognar seems to be some sort of honored guest now.
I say, so I turn to the chieftain. I've been chilling up there with him in his little viewing area. And I say, thank you for the entertaining race. Now, if you would kindly present us with the object from the top of the altar.
Oh, yes, metal thing. Kind of looks at the object that he gave, that Snallra just got. He says, oh no, altar metal thing. And him and his little group of people guide you back to the altar. At which point, there's still individuals are there. You guys now have a good view of, you see this large, mithril-looking spearhead just jammed into the stonework. The chieftain says, "You, magic people, entertain on this great night. This night, my son come home. The great magic elk dragon graces us with his presence. It would be honor of Elk Tribe to give you metal piece from altar." And he alone with his he's got these massive arms. He looks like he was a real seasoned warrior at some point. His scars cover his body. He just grabs either side of this giant chunk of metal and just cracks it out of the altar. There's kind of like a shocking awe as Chieftain's doing this, but everyone's some respect and like, whoa.
I'm a little impressed.
Oh yeah, he's beefy. He just peeves this chunk of metal out. It is quite heavy. And just hands it towards you, Lucius.
Is this like clearly something I would not be able to lift?
It's large, about 75 pounds.
Oh, I can lift 75 pounds.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, okay, I'll take it.
Arms
Yeah,
outstretched, 75 pounds.
It's about five feet long. It's pretty big. But yeah, it's awkwardly hold it.
Well, I mean, like, it would pass it to me however it works.
How does it look like an object? Or...
It looks to be a spearhead, a mithril spearhead of an ancient.
Mithril.
Okay. Thanks. Okay, guys.
Do we drink with them?
Peace.
We have to...
Yeah, let's stay the night.
Yeah,
What's the rush?
I think I wanna celebrate and find the guy who
Party.
cheesed me.
All right. So you guys spend. Party doesn't seem to be ending anytime soon.
Okay, so first of all, I carry with some difficulty
himself.
I carry the spearhead over to the rest of the party,
Yeah.
and I say, is everybody sort of gathered together at this point?
Yeah, we're all around you. I mean,
Okay. I set it on the ground or whatever for the time being, and I say, no, we got what we came for, and I think that we should leave before my spell wears off.
I'm okay with heading back and
Well, why don't we put the spear tip on the ship and then just stay to party?
What if after the spell wears off they demand it back?
Is that how it works?
yeah, they could. He's
Well,
Is
gonna
that
it
how
go.
suggestion
could.
works?
Not necessarily, but it certainly could. Once the spell
Gonna
wears
know.
off, they can do whatever they want.
Yeah.
But
He's
they
gonna know
also
that-
they also legitimately love us. That wasn't a spell that made them love us.
But they'll know that the spell was what made them want to give it to us.
The
Do they
spell
know?
doesn't actually specify that.
No. No, it's true. He doesn't know that he's charmed.
Right.
I checked ahead of time.
So it might be like
Friends does, and I think Command
Friends.
does, but
so if it wears off and he's kind of regretting it, he would just assume he was in a good mood and probably not be like, "Oh, give it back," because that's bad like hostmanship.
I think
Yeah, but
these
I'm-
guys.
yes,
with
I'm
you.
sure that their hostmanship is of great importance to
notch.
them.
I am worried that they'll wake up. He'll wake
I'm-
up.
If Luke back to
You're cutting out.
if anyone's going back to the ship, I'm in on that. I'm gonna go as well. I don't want to stick around for.
Cortion,
no
you wanna party?
Yeah, I think you and I have to show some face.
I need to find the strongest barbarian and arm wrestle. Is it the
officiate.
chief? Does it look like
It's-
the chief?
Yeah, the chieftain is the warrior of ages.
Oh.
But where will
I
you find
can't
a
even-
table?
The altar.
Exactly.
Crack! It just
All right.
like breaks in half.
So what's the plan? You guys taking this? Some of you guys going back to the ship?
I say, yeah, you guys can do whatever you want. I'm bringing this back to the ship.
I'll help you.
We'll
Alright.
keep you posted on the earpiece.
Alright.
I gotta get me one of those.
Rogadar, are you coming with us?
Yeah, Magic Elk will go to the ship.
Magic Elk says his goodbyes.
Yeah.
Wait,
so-
did Anakel take an earpiece with him?
Yeah.
He
No.
took it?
He never
No,
had
Did he
it.
give it back?
Oh, so you never, yeah, you never had one.
Anakel and Luna never had earpieces.
Really? They were.
No.
They were
You
not
guys
there
got
when
this
this
from
happened.
Sephiroth. Okay, so Greyhark and the chieftain bid you a goodbye and tell you that you are an honored guest among the Elk tribe for your days going forward. Of course, because you are the deity, you are the god.
Sorry,
of
what's the
Elk
tribe?
Reincarnated as a dragon, of course.
Can you
Of course.
can you write the tribe name down so I can know how it's spelled?
It's the yeah. Their tribe is, I think it's just the Elk tribe.
Oh, is
Elk
that what you said?
And you guys head back to the ship while Wolverbane and Cortion carouse through the party. Is that the plan?
As soon as we're like a respectable distance away, I'm sick of carrying this thing.
Yeah,
And
we're gonna
I
just.
I
take some
motion for the
Lucius.
airship. Oh yeah,
Or Rogadar can just
and
carry
I
it.
try to flag down the airship whenever we're close enough.
Well, I mean, Rogadar can just carry it.
Okay.
Sure.
That's-
Yeah.
The airship is parked behind some trees. You guys get close to it, and the crew help you load up your newly found bounty and ask you how your night was, while Wolverbane and Cortion begin carousing through the crowds.
Oh yeah.
Anything you
I
guys want
explained to the crew how I was a deity for a moment.
and
Tell the crew about it.
Tralt is just like, wow, Captain Rogadar, that's so amazing. But Captain Lucius, tell me what you were up to. It's just, Cortion, Wolverine, is there anything you want to? That's a night.
Are you Wolverine? You arm wrestling? I want a skin of Avail.
I want to arm wrestle, or if there's no table, mercy fight.
You can find tables. You can find a surface to play on. And
Oh no, I used all my rages.
anyone or all of them. Anyone's going to really step up. They're all warriors. They'll challenge you.
No, I want the chief.
Oh, you want the chief? Yeah.
I
So
want-
what are the-
I want the strongest guy they got.
All right, the chief. You approach the chief and you offer an arm wrestle, and he's more than welcome to oblige to that. He's in that kind of state of mind and always wanted to do a little strength check. And Corten, you go round up some of this drink that everyone's drinking, and you find it's pretty much the only thing they're drinking. It's not like an ale; it's thick.
Oh.
It's that thick, black and almost.
Oh, it's not like mead.
No, it's really weird. It leaves a little weird stain on their mouths. They all have it on. It's not pleasant.
Fermented elk blood.
Do I enjoy it?
I don't know. You trying it?
Yeah. I rolled a d20. I got a 3. Do I enjoy it?
Yeah. Well,
How do I feel?
it's hard to swallow. It's thick. It kind of gets stuck in your throats.
Would it actually be a Constitution check?
It's got this. Yeah. Make a Constitution check. Save throw. It's got this kind of oniony, like it's like this sour.
Oh, natural one.
It's a sour taste, but it's like also like eating liver. It definitely is. There is blood in here. It does taste like fermented blood in some sort of way. It's like drinking down blood, and it does not settle. Yeah, it doesn't. You don't eat. It gets down your process. You can't get it down. Your throat's so dry suddenly. You start dry heaving and embarrassing yourself as all the women around you who are drinking this stuff, no problem, are watching this human, or this individual rather, this male, just not able to even swallow it. You start trying to cough it up and spitting it up, and they're all laughing at you, Cordion.
I look at everybody and say, "What's wrong with you people?"
And you become more entertainment at your own embarrassments.
What are you laughing at?
Wolverine, you challenging the.
Yep.
All right. Well,
Challenge him.
he's more than happy. He slams his big arm down, clasps yours. Make a strength check. What is his?
Wow.
In his drunken stupor.
Wait. Oh no. I only get a reroll once for a great weapon attack. Never mind.
Yeah. You guys go to the altar. He just takes your hand and drunkenly just smashes your hand on the stone tablet, and you hear, and then the stonework just crack a little bit as he just destroys your arm. The whole crowd, everyone's watching, and all the ladies that are not watching Cortion heave up are while watching Wolverine, and they're giggling and laughing and awing at the strength of their chief. Just got destroyed.
Is it best 2 out of 3?
And they don't play these games, man. If he's just going by your rules, however you want to.
Yeah, I say, oh yeah, that's a good practice.
Be strong. You,
Are strong.
not so much. Stronger people in tribe. Stronger women in tribe.
Them's fighting words. We're going again.
Alright, he puts up his left hand now.
Oh, lefties.
As to not to, destroy your right hand. As is.
What did I take? Did I take damage from that?
Yeah, like one point of piercing damage that your hand smashes into the stonework and chunk cuts your arm. Alright, make your strength.
It's just the
Just straight
plain
strength.
strength. It's not a saving throw thing.
No, just strength.
Oh, I had inspiration.
Too late.
Natural 20.
Clasp your hands together. You smash. This time you smash his. Kind of gauge his strength. It cracks. His knuckles crack. That stonework cracks. You have 2 cracked points now, and a giant gaping hole where the mithril spear was. The foundation of this altar is becoming very delicate. He rubs his hands, and now all the ladies are stopped giggling, and they're like awing at Wolverine.
I just bounced my pecs again.
Yeah, they're like, woo! They swoon, one of them faints. He rubs his left hand, he says, okay, you strong. We tie. One more.
One more.
I'm just hacking in the background.
Yeah, and you're just like, there's just blood everywhere. Alright, one final check. Come on, Wolverine!
So I'm not gonna. I don't know what you roll. You're not gonna do it publicly.
I'm not telling you. No way.
Ooh, should I use my inspiration? Ooh. I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Okay.
Do I get to choose the result, or I have to pick the
You're
second?
using the DM inspiration?
Yeah, the DM inspiration.
Yeah, no, that's
Actually, wait. Zaya did inspire me
Oh, when was that?
earlier in the day. She inspired me when we first got here. Did she not?
Isn't it like a 10-minute cooldown?
Oh, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't
I don't
remember
know.
that, anyways.
Okay.
For inspiration, you have to get advantage on your.
Okay, 25.
No, I mean like 13 was your first roll.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
And 11 is your second roll. Okay.
Oh, is that what inspiration is? You
Well, like, okay,
take
because
okay, yeah.
yeah, because you're.
It's not a new roll. It's just the advantage on the first roll.
So, like, the way that we usually do it is if you've already seen both rolls,
Yeah.
like, it wouldn't make sense to count it because then you would just never choose to use inspiration when you know the roll's bad anyways, right?
Oh.
So usually
Or
you
if
do, like, a re-roll if you're going to use it.
I re-roll without inspiration.
yeah, that second roll. You basically get to roll again.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
you just roll again.
Oh, I see.
Okay. At which point it is a struggle. We both have gauged each other's strength. You guys are just going back and forth. It's close. Orban, you bring his hand down. He brings. There's just this struggle back and forth. Cortez in the background, just dry heaving blood.
The suspense.
Him puking is just throwing you off, and you lose your focus for a second.
Cortian.
Sorry. His apology gives you faith in humanity, and you get it back. Fate is so close.
Bless me!
And I try to bless him while I'm like hacking, I'm spraying water on just everybody.
Everyone's getting blasted with blood. Children, women, and with great fertility. In their
With
in
great
their-
fertility.
I'm
Yeah.
blessing with the beer, with the alcohol.
Yeah, you're spraying blood everywhere.
You get a blessing. You get a blessing.
And with one giant, an arm goes down. Another crack in the foundation of this altar, and the altar just begins to crack in other points, and the cracks begin to form and meet, and it starts to split the actual the altar itself. But it doesn't break. You guys damaged it.
Hmm.
But whose hand was down? Whose was above? We'll find out next time on The Gilded Dice.
Hey, it's 10 minutes.
Okay, fine. Overbane. You smash the hand down of the chieftain onto the altar, and it cracks, and there's a great cheer.
Yeah.
The chieftain rolled a 10. He rubs his hands and says, "You, friend of God Elk, Dragon, you, strong warrior, you are always friend of Elk. We can use strength."
Hooah.
Alright.
In the cracks of the altar, do I see if there's anything underneath it?
I mean, it's kind of cracked the upper foundation. You can't see ruin. Like you've like chipped it. It doesn't look like it's gonna last another winter. The ice is gonna get inside and crack it all to pieces.
Did I learn the chief's name?
Oh yeah, you mentioned. Oh well, no, you have not.
I have not. Chief. Wait. He speaks like the basic common. That's what we've been doing,
Basic
right?
common, yeah.
Um,
His visor helps him translate.
Chief, I have not been introduced. My name is Wolverbane.
Wolfbane. Me, Chieftain Rod. He's too drunk to realize what his last name. Ron Varson. I sound like a college student.
Chieftain Ron
Ron
Varston.
Later it down here.
Chieftain Ron
Wait.
Ron
Ron Varson.
Varson.
Yeah. Apparently, I'm from Waterdeep. I have my own. Anyways, yeah. Anything else you guys want to do in the festival? Meeting of companions on your journey.
I am going to help Cortion
Yeah.
back to the ship, I guess.
Yeah. Like it's between the mocking, the gawking, the laughing, the embarrassment. Cortion, it's good to have a big man beside you to help you.
Gaily me bow bow.
All right. So nothing else in the festivities. You guys can head back.
Yeah, I need out of here. I need to go.
All right. You've embarrassed yourself, or Bane almost embarrassed himself. You guys head back to the ship. It's late, but the crew is ready to take off and head to the next place you guys want to go, wherever you guys want to go.
I think we're finally going to Belliard.
Sizing up this giant arrowhead. Does it look like something I could use as a two-handed weapon?
I mean, there's no. It's a spearhead. I mean,
If I like, I don't know, makeshift
people?
tied a stick to it so it's kind of like an axe.
well, the thing itself is 5 feet long. Like the spear
Oh, yeah.
is 5
Well,
feet.
I'm like 8 feet tall.
You wanna like make it into a giant like hammer mace. I mean, it's gonna be tough. I don't know how you're gonna do it. I mean, you can try.
Well, if you don't know how I'm gonna do it, Wolverine definitely doesn't know how he's gonna do it. He's just
I mean, there's
thinking
gonna
about
be checks involved to see if how well it's put together and how well it's gonna fail you in combat. It's in there. That's how it
You could tie the arrowhead to the dragon bone.
That's gonna be extra heavy. I mean, that's gonna be super heavy.
Oh no,
Really.
it's like we could use that as a ram on the front of the ship.
Yeah, if you want to fashion up a ram, that'd be great. The airship takes off with the knights. You guys pick up Barbarian Courtian ill, and he's got like black stuff all over his body.
These guys can only imagine what happened.
What you
Yeah,
guys-
I like. We're like. I have my my arm around his shoulder, carrying him like onto this ship, and I'm just like, don't ask, just don't ask. He's got like blood dripping from his mouth.
Yeah, that was bad.
That was quite the fight, Courtian. I'm impressed.
It's been a long night. Yeah, many drinks.
Many drinks.
I nudge Wolverine, right?
He got with the most beautiful woman in the entire camp. I could not believe you've got some charm on you, Courtian.
Thanks, buddy.
Alright, so you guys successfully circumnavigated the Flint Rock. I think it's not circumnavigated, but navigated Flint Rock. Managed to retrieve what appears to be the artifact giants. Unfortunately, did not manage to retrieve the metal object that was awarded to the winner of the race. It was a close race. It was real.
Oh, that's what we were supposed to do when you got so drunk. We completely forgot we were gonna try and cozy up to that guy.
Yeah, I mean, I mostly just didn't want to be rude and peace out as soon as we got at the goods.
You're gonna have to.
The crew looked to you for your command.
That's probably some crazy magical item. Oh, so we're gonna go.
Lucius says, "Onward to grandfather tree," while everyone else is distracted.
Oh, sure.
She
I
said,
elbow Zayat.
No.
We want a castle.
We're going to a Belliard. And I already said that actually.
Visibly. The airship turns southward now.
Well,
Why?
I guess the question is, how many more artifacts can the ship carry?
You're getting to a pretty dire amount. Like, you are carrying pretty heavy crap
Oh,
now.
so we need a place to
You need a place to
store
put
our
the
stuff.
Whether it's a house, a landmark of some sort, you guys, your airship is definitely struggling. The engineer of the ship, good old who's dead? Nizroth, the advisor of the ship, the mechanic, kind of the one that takes care of the ship, kind of lets you guys know that you are hitting like critical weights. The airship is struggling, moving a little slower.
We need to go to Belliard.
How many crewmen can we throw off without jeopardizing the?
All their eyes widen. Josephine says,
I'm just joking.
oh,
Just joking.
We'll all throw ourselves off for the glory of Cloth. And she calls the crew up to the deck. The crew members, this is how we go.
Guys,
Personally, I
he's
think it would
joking.
be very, very glorious for Clouth. It would be an amazing display of faith, but
Absolutely.
it's not gonna have to come to that. It's okay. Don't worry.
She calls, stand down, everyone! We will not be throwing ourselves off the tonight for the glory of Cloth. What's the consensus? Belliard?
Yeah,
Or grandfather tree?
Belliard. Well, I say Belliard anyways.
Alright. And she points the crew southward. Sail off the darkness. The nights. It is nighttime. This point's late night, almost morning, after having all your festivities. And you guys fly towards Belliard.
Finally.
Much to Lucius's dismay.
But
It's
we'll
okay,
have to
Lucius.
ditch. We'll have to ditch those items.
Well, you know, Lucius, I heard rumors about a Zentarum agent in Belliard that needed some help with something.
Sorry,
Barbarian.
yeah, that totally didn't catch any of that.
I was implying that there was a Zentarum agent that needed help in Belliard that I had heard rumors about.
Yeah, okay. I'm pretty sure that I would be aware of that long before you.
Did Lucius actually laugh there? Did I make him laugh?
Yeah, you more like a smirk.
I will get him to laugh one of these days.
All right. Well, I think that's what I had for the night. As you guys head to Belliard, successfully got the object. So, with the help of the great magic elk Rogadar.
I'm a great magic elk.
Praise be.
If only you didn't transform it. Of all people to transform, it would have to.
I mean, I felt like, and I think it went.
It was an
worked
excellent.
out-
Yeah, basically. And I was just like, oh, no. All people, not it. You can avoid so much of this issues. It was just himself. But no, that's fun.
It made it even better.
Yeah, it made it better. But I'm
The
sorry that you
magic
guys,
elk can turn into the hero that saved his son.
I'm sorry that you guys didn't win the race.
Yeah,
It was fun.
I'm actually really.
I
disappointed
do want to
with
know
it.
what that item was, though.
I know,
You
right?
can tell us off stream or whatever.
Sure. Well, that's it for
No,
All right, folks, we will
Thanks for
see
watching.
you next week. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for sticking with
And,
us.
Check out and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on
YouTube.
Twitter. All them things. And we'll see you next week.
Tweet us.
Bye.
Bye.